Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 13 of the TEW 2020 All Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel. As we are starting the year off, 1994, the New Year Giant series. As before we get through the card and the tour goals and whatnot, we're gonna go through the as far as the Power 500 to see where everybody ranked. As for we got the All Japan list up first as Misawa in the top five. It's fantastic. It's great to see him so high up on the list and to be jumped up 15 points rather. So he's 20th last year, 5 this year. It's great. It's great. And this is it being our first full year in the mod. As far as for 1993, we had a lot of big plans, and we delivered that tenfold for sure with Nasawa and how well he did. So that was great to see. Kawada 14th, Dr. Death Steve Williams 15th, is Taue 16th, or no, 18th rather. It's Jumbo Tsuruta 19th, Stan Hansen 21st, Kento Kobashi 23rd, so that was nice to see. Gary Albright made it to the top 30, so he jumped up from 175 to 28. That was cool. Masato Fuji almost, getting into the top 50, which is crazy. Dan Spivey made it into the top 50, which he had a lot of matches thanks to him working at the ECWA, worked at IWF / All Star, Can American Wrestling. Yeah, he just kind of worked everywhere. So good for him. Had a lot of shows to run. As Terry Gordy gets 51st, Yoshi Kikuchi 54th, Yoshinori Gawa made it into 60th. Dory Funk Jr. 66th. Dave Malenko 70th. I'm actually surprised. I figured he'd be a little higher. I would have assumed Fuchi and Dean Malenko, they would have flipped on where they are in the rankings. Super Astro was 73rd. That's a great, he's been in CMLL, UWA, All Japan. He's been working his fucking ass off. So that's cool to see. Cactus Jack 76. That's mainly for WCW and UWF. Not really for us because he did pretty well for us, but he's also had the worst match of his year was with us to him against Yuji Nagata. Ultimate Dragon, 84th, or as that's not bad. Again, I think compared him to Super Astro, obviously Super Astro being in CMLL and UWA really helps him out there. It's Terry Funk, 90th. Obviously, with the torn ACL, it kind of hurt a little bit of his standings. He drops down from 29th to 90th. Phil LaFon. As far as Dan Crawford, of course, he only worked from January to April, so it's kind of wild that he's 95th because of that. But thanks to the Jumbo Tsuruta match, he gets to be involved in this, and obviously he's still out for the next 4 months, so he'll be coming back in around April time. So that's gonna be tough to see for Phil. And then Doug Furness being 101 as he working UWF. I don't know if that really helped him or hurt him, to be honest, because, as far as I'm looking at some of his UWF stuff, and you see the 47, 48s, I think that kind of hurt him a little bit. Hector Guerrero being 103, definitely because of All Japan, he got brought down. That 35 rating back in May of 93. Vampiro, again, All Japan, booking really hurt him there. You're welcome, Vampiro, as he drops down from 40th to 104. Johnny Ace dropped down as well from 75th to 105. Eddie Ogelbert, he is someone that we're bringing in starting this tour, so that's why he's here. But, obviously had no All Japan stuff. He was usually just used to SWA, and of course he's the booker of ECW and whatnot. And he also worked through some New Japan stuff at the beginning of the year. He had a match with Liger for the NWA World Heavyweight title. If it wasn't for that match, he'd probably be way down there. John Malenko, 120th. The Headhunters, 122 and 123. Jun Akiyama, 126. That's pretty impressive for a young lion to be that high. Taz, 136. Smiley and Steven Regal, 160, 161. Johnny Smith, 185. Dropped down a little bit. Chris Candido, 199. Really took that jump, and, that makes sense. Definitely felt like this is going to be, 1994 is going to be his year for sure. It seems like, as far as he might be someone that might even make it into the top 150. Kaki Kobayashi at 220, as he almost was right at, just slightly above 500, as far as he won 30 matches and lost 29. Bobby Fulton, 235, he jumped up about 100 points. As Giant Baba dropped down 100 points, as he is at 261. It's kind of crazy, even is at 261. George Hines, aka Jackie Fulton, as he has been working in Smoky Mountain and with All Japan, and looks like SSW as well. It's Big Titan, of course, FMW, All Japan, and looks like WFWA, which I'm not really sure what that is, to be honest. As yeah, I mean, right now he's at 284. It's not bad. Joel Deaton, 285. George Takano, 302. Tommy Rogers, 305. Billy Black, 309. Mike Awesome, 333. Brady Boone, aka Firecat, at 340. Hayabusa, 344. I'm expecting him to. I mean, he didn't place last year. I bet he's going to be somewhere in the 200s to 100 range for sure next year. Greg Kabuki, 368. Same thing with Eddie Guerrero. They didn't place last year, and he's going to be somewhere a little higher at 394. Shinichi Nakano, jumping up a little bit, as he was 423 last year, and now he's 414 this year. Had a lot of matches, though. I mean, that is crazy. That's a lot of matches for someone to be booking, to be working. As far as, mainly, he stopped working for OPW, and now, mainly because OPW ran out of business, and now doesn't really book him anymore. Because I believe we signed him exclusively in September. It's Mitsuya Yamamoto, 426. Richard Slinger, of course, being injured. He only worked from January to May. He's at 430. Quite the drop down from 154 where he was last year. Takeo Amori drops back a little bit as he was at 437. Satoshi Kojima, our newest signing, as he, for some odd reason, New Japan let him go. I'm shocked that happened. We didn't try to negotiate with him or anything. I just saw the email that he was let go. It's like, well, we definitely have to have Satoshi Kojima. So that's awesome. At the 450 spot, he is the last guy we have. As I do want to see who is number one. I'm assuming it's either going to be Hogan or Flair. Yeah, it was Flair, then Savage, Warrior, Hogan, and then the Sawas. That's cool. Rick Martel, 6. That's pretty high. Jumped up from 67th to 6th. Kurt Hennig made into the top 10. Taker making it 8th. Which is, pretty wild. Because, I mean, he is pretty much... I mean, this is now year really 2 of his run here in the WWF, so that's pretty nuts. I mean, obviously he's rock and rolling. It looks like he's the heavyweight champ as of right now. He's got a big 1993 to happen, which is wild to see. Look, it's funny, as far as it's at SummerSlam in '93. He, as far as getting the win, beating Hogan at SummerSlam. Elio Del Santo made it into the top 10. El Dandy, 16. Shinya Hashimoto, looks like that's the highest New Japan guy. So we're the better promotion as far as in Japan. Because, I mean, not only is Masao, of course, ahead of him, but so is Kawada and Dr. Death. And Taui's right behind him. And Jumbo's, behind him as well. So that's where Vader 22nd. Choshu 26. So, yeah. We're doing very good, for New Japan Pro Wrestling, as far as we're better than them. And hopefully we keep it rolling in 1994 and we have another great year. As for the card, of course, we have, for the Night 1 show, we have the New Year's Series Battle Royale to kick off the year. And then we're also going to have Satoshi Kojima's debut, as he's going to be facing Rusher Kimura. Of course, that's Rusher Kimura's last night in the company. And on night 2, we're going to have an all-Asia tag team title matchup. It's the British Combat Club. We're going to take on the Headhunters. Then night 4, we're going to have an all-Japan World Tag Team title matchup. It's Mitsuya Masao and Jun Akiyama. We're going to take on the Holy Demon Army. As, of course, these two, they had these two teams. We saw Masao and Jun Akiyama beat the Holy Demon Army team during the Tag League last year. So it just makes sense for them to have their title match to start off the year. Then we're going to have, as far as kind of an interesting little tour note as far as for night 6s and 8, as we're going to have Eddie Gilbert, Doug Furnas against Kenta Kobashi and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. Then we're going to have Kenta Kobashi versus Doug Furnas for night 8. Then for night 10, we're going to have Eddie Gilbert and Doug Furnas versus Mitsuya Masao and Jun Akiyama. So Doug Furnas, as you see there for the main event of the New Year Giant Series, is getting the title match against Mitsuya Masao to start off the year. So how that's going to happen. So he's going to win the New Year's Battle Royale, which is going to be a great start for him. He's going to get some wins, throughout from nights 2 to night 5. He'll get some wins. Night 6, he's going to get the win for his team, Eddie Gilbert and Doug Furnas, against Kikuchi and Kobashi. And then night 8, he's going to beat Kobashi. Then night 10, he's going to beat Jun Akiyama. And then after the Jun Akiyama, the match against Masawa and Jun Akiyama, he's going to challenge Masawa for a title match. And Masawa's going to grant him the title match. So that is going to be a huge opportunity for Doug Furnas. But I think he's going to hit it out of the park, though, to be honest. And he's someone that obviously has kind of been in limbo thanks to the injury to Dan Profit. So this is something for him to do, and I think he's talented enough for this to work as well. But I think this could be a fun little match. Co-main event. It's going to be a rematch from the last year's Tag League Finals, as Miracle Violence Alliance are going to take on the Holy Demon Army again. Obviously, with this match, it's in a unique spot because during the Tag League, they had the 30-minute draw. Then, of course, we saw the Holy Demon Army get the win during the Tag League Final. So, you could probably push this match back, but I just love this match so much that I think this could definitely be a co-main event, and I think it's going to deliver in a big way. Then we're going to have a junior heavyweight title matchup, Hayabusa, Dean Malenko. That should be a banger. Then Cactus Jack and Terry Funk versus the Headhunters for the All-Asia Tag Team titles. Of course, Cactus Jack, Terry Funk, they had beaten the Headhunters during the Tag League, so that's why they get this title match. And it's the same thing for the British Combat Club. They beat the Headhunters during the Tag League, so that's why they get their title match. They're going to have a 6-man, Gemma Tsuruta, Masato Fuji, and Yoshinari Nagawa with Tsuruta Gun taking on Stan Hansen, Johnny Ace, and Chris Candido. We have a tag match of Ultimo Dragon and Super Astro against the British Combat Club. On the undercard, then Eddie Gilbert versus Satoru Osako, and the Great Kabuki and Vampiro against Dory Funk Jr. and Joe Malenko to start off the show. I think it's a pretty good card. I think it's really, that's a great opportunity for Satoru Osako because Eddie Gilbert's got like 51 pop in Japan, so that's a great start for him. And just been kind of waiting with Eddie Gilbert. We have a lot of guys coming in and out. As far as we have 66 people on the roster, which it's pretty big. It's about double what we kind of need to do for like the bare minimum of a company of our size. So I feel like it's a nice size. And of course, we're going to lose Rusher Kimura tomorrow, so it's going to be down to 65 after tonight. So that's going to be nice to see. As far as we're trying to. It sucks that we're losing some Japanese native talent in that regard though, but. At the same time, Rusher Kimura, he's done all we can. Dynamite Kid handed in his notice. Actually, he didn't even hand in his notice. He just walked out. So he's gone too, officially. So there is that as well. So we've been losing guys kind of throughout from our time since we last saw you. But yeah, I think everything's good to go. We're ready to run the show here. This first night of 1994 action. I don't think we probably should have ran Nippon TV, but that's okay. We got to turn that off. It's Cactus Jack, brighten the mood backstage by being so cheerful and fun to be around. And Dory Funk Jr. passing on tips of microphone work to Eddie Guerrero. It's tough because I think, man, we definitely should not have had that be a normal show. Should we at least... We should probably change it to at least lesser. Yeah, or something. Something, because it's just... I don't think it's worth it, but, we'll probably run Nippon Budokan down for this, first night of the tour. Just feel like that makes sense. But we'll add this Rusher Kimura Satoshi Kojima match. It's Kojima... We're going to have him dominate Rusher Kimura as well to really help him out. So, in New Japan, he was kind of doing like 48s and 50s for them. His last match, he got a 50. And then the match before that, he got a 49. So, he's, 49-50 range. And I think that's great. I think that's a great start. As far as that was a tour show, too. So, I don't even know what he's going to do on the final show here. Let's just take a look. On like a, major show. 48 is about the same, so... he's out of the young lion phase, which is pretty nice to see. I think he's at 36, so he's definitely good to go as that. I can't believe he left New Japan though. But we got a hell of a steal though with getting Satoshi Kojima. And let's get this battle royal now. As far as I want to say we had. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hopefully it says it. I want to say it was a 20-man battle royal. As that's not gonna say. We're just gonna have to guess. I want to say it was 20 people. As I'm assuming. Yeah, we have to take off the default. So, as far as the people we want in this, so let's get Big Titan involved. Let's get Billy Black involved. Let's get Booker T. Let's get Doug Furnace, of course. Firecat. Baba. Aijin. Teranishi. Shinzaki. Deaton. Junizo Maeda. Kentora Shiga, the newest trainee out of the dojo. So he'll make his debut. Kuraki Kobayashi. Masato Noe. Mighty Noe. Masato Tanaka. Let's get Stevie Ray. Gladiator. And let's have Taz and Terry Gordy. Or actually, let's get Takeo Mori and Takayama to round out the group. And so we're going to have Dark Furnace win. We'll have, as far as a Final Four, we'll have the Gladiator. We'll have Baba. And let's see. Kind of leaning towards Firecat a little bit. Kind of leaning towards both Big Titan and the Gladiator. That's not bad. As we'll have the runner-up be Giant Baba. That's great. But most eliminations will have it be tied for the Big Titan and Gladiator. We'll let it be the Gladiator. Yeah, 20-minute battle royal. I think that's fair. As the agent be Joe Iguchi. Alright. So that's definitely going to be maybe not the co-main, but I'm not really sure exactly where. As because I don't think it should be a co-main, and I don't think it should definitely be the main. That's for sure. Let's go with Masao and Kobashi. Actually, let's go with a 6-man. Let's go with Masao, Kobashi, Jun Akiyama. Against Jumbo and the Holy Demon Army. As we'll have Taue get the win over Jun Akiyama. That's a pretty good main event. Nice little Super Generation Army Tsuruta gun matchup. Let's go with an 8-man. Go with the Headhunters with Vampiro and Kabuki. Against Stan Hansen, Johnny A, Stan Spivey, and Chris Candido. Yeah, so we're gonna have Vampiro get the win. Nah, let's yeah, let's have Spivey beat. Yeah, let's just have him beat Vampiro. Oh. I don't know if we're going to be able to have enough for 8 people now I'm looking at this card. It might be a 6-match card. It's going to have Taz and Gordy. Against... Yeah, we'll go with the Fantastics. So we'll have Taz get the win. Sure, they're going to love that. First time match, though. As far as the Steal the Show match, a Norman Smiley Hector Guerrero match seems pretty nice. Maybe just a Yuji Nagata Norman Smiley matchup, though, as a undercard match. Norman getting the win. Yeah, let's go with Regal and Johnny Smith, Cactus and Terry Funk for the Steal the Show match. As we'll have Cactus beat Regal. It's a fun match, though. A little Gaijin tag match. Couple of Gaijin tag matches, actually. Oh, yeah, we are going to have 8. Yeah, we'll be fine. So we'll have another undercard singles matchup. Yeah, let's have Super Astro and Hayabusa. It's a good little match. Yeah, we had Hayabusa beat him in October. Have this match again. Maybe. I kind of wish. Actually, let's go with. Let's have Eddie Gilbert. Yeah, let's do Eddie Gilbert and Osaka here. Eddie Gilbert's gonna get the win. His debut. Feel bad that Osaka's gonna take the fall now I'm thinking about it. We might just have him beat Timon Honda. It's a little better. No, that's good. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. We're good to go. Let's run the show. 29 to start off the show is Rusher Kimura and Satoshi Kojima. Had an awkward bout since they don't click. As Kojima with a lariat in 750. 56 for Eddie Gilbert and Timon Honda. Wow, Eddie Gilbert with a 70. I mean, yeah, I love Eddie Gilbert. I didn't know exactly how well he was going to do. I figured it'd be like around the 50s, but a 70's pretty awesome. As he gets with the hot shot in 10:04. 54 for Yuji Takada and Norman Smiley's Norman Conquest for Norman in 9:49. 66 for the Fantastics against Terry Gordy and Taz. Taz getting the win there with the Katachame. In 16:25, Terry Gordy was head and shoulders above everybody else in the match. Taz being the weak link there. 75 for the British Combat Club against Cactus Jack and Terry Fungus. Cactus Jack double arm DDT over Steven Regal. Slightly got outperformed by Regal. He's the worst guy in the match, but Terry Funk with an 81. He was clearly the best guy in the match. 62 for this crazy quote-unquote battle royal. I mean, this was definitely this needed a little bit more stars. That's for sure. But Doug Furnace getting the win. In 1937, Final Four was Giant Baba with the Gladiator Titans. As Baba was the final elimination. Gladiator, most eliminations, of course. 62, though. We'll take it. An 80 for the 8-man. It's the Great Kabuki. And Vampiro and the Headhunters losing to Hansen, Spivey, and the Blonde Crushers. As Spivey getting the win with a Spivey spike over Vampiro. 70s for the Headhunters. 94 for Stan Hansen. Incredible stuff there. Spivey 69, 64 for Johnny Ace. 58 for Candido, 56 for Vampiro, and then 43 for the Great Kabuki. It's an 85 for our main event, as Akira Taue pinning Jun Akiyama with a dynamic kick in 2025. Yeah, I mean, we got saved by this main event, that's for sure. Can you imagine if it was not Jun Akiyama? If it was like Tsuyoshi Kikuchi instead? Everybody was like, everybody but Akiyama was 88 or better. Like, that's a crazy ass 6-man. We'll take it. We'll take the 85. That could have been a lot worse. We really got bailed out, though, because of that 6-man. Boy, yeah, that Battle Royal was the drizzling shits, though. We kind of went a little too, as far as, like, we could have had, like, Malenko in it. We could have had, like, Dory in it. We could have went a little bit more star power with that. But that's okay, though. It's just a Battle Royal for a million yen. It's no big deal. As on to night 2 we go. Alrighty, night 2, which we have that All-Asia Tag Team title matchup on this night. Of course, yeah, I love how the game's like, oh yeah, you run Chubu here. It's like, I sure do. I sure do, TW, as, yeah, well, we're going to go here since we just ran the Nagoya Center. Congress Center last time. I mean, this will probably be near the top. I don't know if it'll be the main, but it will definitely be near the top, as Headhunters will be getting the win over the British Combat Club. As for the rest of this card, I think we're going to go back to Tsuruta Gun and Super Generation Army again, because why not? As this time we'll have Masawa, Kobashi, Kikuchi, and Jumbo, Taue, so we'll just keep him over there, and then Fuji. As we'll have Kobashi over Fuji. Great stuff. That's a nice 1-2 punch, if I do say so myself. As, let's see what else we got here. Gladiator Titans. Dog Furnace, Eddie Gilbert. Yeah, give it 16. Furnace getting the win over Big Titan. Let's go with, no, let's keep going with this tag run here. So, Firecat, Hayabusa, Malenko Brothers. This could be the Steal the Show match. $14. I will have Joe be Firecat. Should be a pretty good match, though. Let's go with Harlem Heat. Trying to think what team we could use as far as, we should probably have Funk and Cactus as a team. We'll go with the Fantastic so they can get a win. Should they have had a couple matches so far? Make it 3 now. As yeah, we'll have Tommy Rogers get the win. Let's go with a singles. Taz. Let's go Taz and Cactus Jack. So we'll have Cactus get the win. And now the undercard. As we'll have Teranishi. Nah, let's have Kator Shiga have a match here. As far as it'll be 2 singles matches. We'll have Kator Shiga in one and Timon Honda in the other one. Timon Honda will have this one first, as he'll be losing to Kaneki Kobayashi. In the opener, Timon Honda versus a fella. As, or, Katori Shiga versus a fella. I don't really need Johnny Smith. Jinsei Shinzaki could use a win. Ozaka could use a win. Rugaijin, yeah, it's probably for the best. I think we're good to go on this card. That was pretty fast. Yeah, not even 5 minutes that took. We had a plan. We just laid it out, rolled with it. All right, let's run the show. 35 to kick off the show. Rugaijin getting the win at 9:35. Yeah, I mean, if you're a young lion, you start off in your mid-20s in your first couple of matches. That's not a bad starting point. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's Kaneki Kobayashi and Timon Honda. Of course, they have great chemistry, but Timon Honda really off his game, and not enough pop here. I thought for sure this would be safe, but Kaneki Kobayashi getting the win in 10:06. 54 for Cactus Jack and Taz. Cactus Jack double arm DT in 10:26. 53 for Harlem Heat and the Fantastics. Tommy Rogers Tommy Knocker over Stevie Ray at 9:56. Good win for the Fantastics. 68 for Firecat and Hayabusa against the Malenko brothers, as Joe Malenko was the Tiger Driver over Firecat. It's a good little match. Good little match there. 69 for the Gladiator Titans of Doug Furnace and Eddie Gilbert. Doug Furnace with the Frankensteiner in 15:34. 73 for the British Combat Club and the Headhunters in the All-Asia Tag Team Title matchup as the first defense for the Headhunters as they get the win. 75, 72, 66 for Regal, 60 for Norman Smiley. 83 for our main event, Tsuruta Gun versus Super Generation Army. It's going to go Kobashi with the Brainbuster in 2012. It's good stuff. That is a good main event. This is not a bad little show, to be honest. An 81 for a tour show, that's not bad. Just, really the opener kind of stunk, and wish that had a little bit more pop, obviously, because that would have been a little better of a matchup, but that's why she goes. It's an undercard. It's not that big of a deal. I gotta kind of get away from that as far as hoping that I have a good undercard, because just at the state of the roster now, we have guys that are just on that fringe of being popular enough to where it's not gonna matter, but at the same time, it's like, who cares? It's a tour show. They gotta get better. We gotta throw them out there. We got a lot of young guys on this roster, and they need to get better. We gotta use them, and that's just kind of where we're at with that undercard. Because instead of having, we're in a unique spot. Because when we started, we had an undercard full of veteran guys that sucked. Now we're at a point where we have 6 or 7 barely young lions, or still young lions in some cases. Maybe even more now. We might have 6 young lions and 6 guys that are just outside that young lion mark that need to get more experience, more popularity, and whatnot. We're seeing with Jun Akiyama that he's almost there. He's doing 50s. He's in a great spot, being able to team with Masao and whatnot. We need everybody else to kind of get in line. We need Takeo Mori to start doing well. Hideki Ozaka and Satoru Sako are getting there. But we need the other guys, Masato Tanaka, Yuji Takada, those guys. Satoshi Kojima now. They need to get rocking and rolling. As on to night 3. Alrighty, night 3. So we don't have anything pre-booked. We're just ready to go. Dory Funk Jr. passing on tips of microphone work to Eddie Guerrero. As for this main event, let's see kind of where we should run this. Probably the Wakayama Prefectural Gym. Probably for the best there, since we haven't ran there since November, which is pretty crazy. As for this show, really the big thing here is to again get Doug Furnace some more wins. As far as I think, I do want to see Terry Gordy and Taz against Funk and Cactus, since we just did as far as we did Taz and Cactus, so that makes sense to do that. As we'll have that be 16. Terry can beat Taz. But while we're here, I want to have Funk and Cactus be a team. Yeah, Funkin' Foley. There we go. There's a cactus. Funkin' Jack. Individuals, that works. Yeah, because, okay, that's inactive. Perfect. It sucks, because I would love to have Jinsei and Hayabusa be a team. I love them to death. But they're just not, it's just not there, you know, and they're, you know, they don't have any chemistry as far as teams-wise, and I don't think we're going to really use them, unfortunately, like that. Which is a bummer. It's a bummer. Let's go with a 6-man. So we're going to have Firecat and Hayabusa on one side. Malenko Brothers again on the other side. As they'll have Dory. As, let's see who's going to be on this side. I was thinking Kuraki Kobayashi. Feel like that could make sense. So we'll have Dean get the win over Kobayashi. Nice. Nice. As far as, maybe a 6-man with, the Headhunters, Vampiro, and, because they lost to, as far as, they lost to Cactus Jack Terry Funk. Of course, they just beat the British Combat Club. They also lost to Kobashi Kikuchi, which were one to push that title match to the Super Excite series. So just kind of thinking ahead what we could do. Of course, we got the Miracle Vance alliance / connection as well, but you know we can't do that. Let's go with Hanson Spivey again. Actually, we'll go with Hanson, Ace, Candido. Sure, we've done this before, yeah. Yeah. Well, we've done the 8-man, but we haven't done the 6-man version of this. So we'll have the Headhunters get the win. So we'll have Headhunter A over Johnny Ace. It's not a bad match. You know, yeah, I think it makes sense for what we're doing, the story we're trying to tell. Makes sense for sure. So our main event, I mean, it's got to be Tsuruta Gun, you know, and Super Generation Iron. It's just got to. So we'll do the 8-man of having everybody now. That's the story we've been telling. We've been telling this story literally since this has gone on for 4 years now. But it's a story that has changed somewhat. You know, it hasn't really changed in a while, but definitely changed when Kawada jumped ship. But it's been an absolute blast to book. And an absolute blast. We'll have Ogawa instead of Fuchi. Let's use Ogawa. And, of course, Jun Akiyama. As, we'll have Ogawa beat Jun Akiyama. It's pretty good, you know, as far as like a top 4. That's not bad at all. Well, we'll change this with that, and, yeah, you know, as far as the undercard, let's go with Jinsei Shinzaki and Jun Izumaida, just see what they could do. As they're going to take on the Hideki Osaka Satoru Osako team. So this is going to be bad, but I'm thinking about it. We could use like the Inoes. Yeah, let's just use the Inoes. Mighty Inoue can get a win. Mighty Inoue's the ref. Yeah, it's F. Kojima again. So, we could maybe... him and, kind of want to have him beat Baba. let's do it. Satoshi Kojima going on a bit of a mini push. It's going on a run. He's beating up dudes left and right. He's a savage. 6 minutes. Yeah, let's go back to a tag. Yeah, let's use Mitsubimamoto. And he'll take on the team at No Fear, Takeo Moyo, Yoshio Takayama. Yeah, let's use Mitsubimamoto, Rugaijin. Old guard, new guard. Story as old as time. As Mitsubimamoto's gonna get the win. Takayama. Yeah, and then we'll have a singles. So yeah, let's use Eddie Gilbert. Eddie Gilbert's been tremendous for us. Yeah, like him and Teranishi, sure. Or even Kabuki, even. Yeah. Let's see who could use, yeah, maybe Masato Tanaka. Yeah, but just leave it Teranishi and Gilbert. Gilbert can get the win. Because he's just been simply fantastic. He's been a great signing. Yeah, I just signed him because I just enjoyed his work and figured he would do, like, okay. I didn't think he'd be, like, one of the better guys on the roster. Here we are, as the opener's a 26. It's god-awful. As Junichi Zamada was off his game. He still wasn't even the worst guy in the match. That would be Jinsei Shinzaki as Masato Inoue and Mighty Inoue. Inoue says they get the win as the steamroller for Mighty Inoue. Yeah, it's bad. 42 for Mitsubimamoto and Rugaijin against Takayama and Takeo Mori. Mitsubimamoto pinning Takayama in 10-12. 44 for Baba and Satoshi Kojima. Satoshi Kojima with the lariat in 6-24. Say 54 for Eddie Gilbert and Masamu Teranishi. It's Teranishi taking the fall, taking the hot shot in 5:48. 63 for Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. It's Terry Gordy and Taz. As Terry Funk with the pile driver over Taz. And 16-29. Good match. Good stuff there. Yeah, definitely better team wins there. 64 for Kaneki Kobayashi, Firecat Hayabusa against Dory Funk Jr. and the Malenko brothers. Dean Malenko with the Texas Clover Leaf over Kaneki Kobayashi. 13:48. Very good match. Dean Malenko, best guy in the match by far. So no one was really close. I mean, Hayabusa was. And Dory Funk Jr., but even then, sounded like 20 points below him. 71 for Vampiro and the Headhunters against Stan Ants and the Blonde Crushers as Headhunter A getting the win for the Headhunters Vampiro team as Headhunter A pinning Johnny Ace at the diving leg drop. We got 70 for the Headhunters, set for Headhunter A, Headhunter B with 69. Of course, 92 for Stan Hansen, best guy in the match by far. Steve was off his game, so was Johnny Ace, but it didn't matter. 76 main event, 8-man tag, as Ogawa tapping out Jun Akiyama in 20 minutes. So yeah, I mean, Ogawa, almost, he got a 61, he was off his game, really off his game, but he got outperformed by everybody in the match but Jun Akiyama. It's good stuff, though. Good stuff. So yeah, I mean, next night is gonna be the tag team matchup of Masawa and Jun Akiyama against the Holy Demon Army. So that should be fun. As we'll have that be set as like a normal show. Maybe not a normal show, maybe a lesser show because it's Masawa and Jun Akiyama, but just because I think that's going to do pretty well. Tag title matchup. We'll see how it goes though, and so that should be quite the banger. Alrighty, as for night 4, we got the tag team title matchup. Broadcasting. We'll see how it goes though. You know, as far as where I want to run this show, I was thinking either if we can, because I could have swore there was a place bigger. Maybe there's not. Maybe it is just Kanto. I could have swore. It's no big deal. It was just. Guess we'll just run Budokan again. It's not the worst idea in the world. Because, well, I guess we can run Osaka Joe Hall. I didn't even think about that. That'd probably be a good idea. As Jun Akiyama and Samasawa, the Holy Demon Army, as the Holy Demon Army will be getting the win. Beating the Super Generation Army squad is going to be Jun Akiyama there. That should be a fun match, though, nonetheless. As for the rest of the card, let's go with. As we've done a lot of Demolingo Hayabusa building, so I don't really have to go through that. We could, as far as the headhunters go, we could do something with them. Let's see, as far as the headhunters with Kabuki. It's Terry Funk, Cactus Jack, and the last person. It's a good question. Let's go with Osaka. 16. We'll have Hideki Osaka get the win here over the great Kabuki. He could use a huge win. And this is a great opportunity to do that. It's not going to be a co-main, but it's a pretty good match, though, nonetheless. Kind of want to see a 6-man. Multiple Dragon, Super Astro. And, let's go with Firecat. And so they'll take on the British Combat Club. So just, Johnny Smith with Regal and Smiley. Since we're doing British Combat Club versus Dragon and Astro at the final show. As, we'll have Johnny Smith be Firecat. I think that's a pretty good match, though. Especially for, like, a Seal the Show setting. As, let's go with... Let's go with the 6-man of the Miracle Violence Alliance. So let's go Gary, Doc, and Gordy against the Tsuruta gun team. That's Fuchi, Ogawa, and Jumbo. Obviously building up to now Miracle Violence Alliance taking on the Holy Demon Army. We want to get them a nice win here. So we're going to have, we'll have Terry Gordy beat Ogawa. Why not, right? It's a fair assessment, I think, of a match to have. I think it's a pretty good co-main. So that's a pretty good top 4. Start working on the bottom half now, as well as Los Guerreros, Hector, and Eddie taking on the team of Eddie Gilbert and Doug Furness. As we'll have Doug over Eddie. Now the rest will just be singles matches, probably. Yeah, it's got Jinsei Shinzaki on the card. Yeah, Rukaijin can beat him. Rukaijin getting the win. So let's go with the 6-man of the Inoues with Mitsuya Momoto against the team of Satoshi Kojima, Yuji Nagata, and Masato Tanaka. Just an all-star Young Lions 6-man group. As I'll have Kojima beat Inoue, Masato Inoue. Just wild to think, but I think that's the right decision, though, for sure. And we'll need one more singles match if we can get one. As we got a lot of great guys. You know, it's just as far as like Hayabusa, I think could be a good little match here. Trying to think who's a guy that he could beat. Thinking maybe him and Vampiro. That'd be a fun match. We might go with Shinichi Nakano though. Could even go Joe Malenko. Yeah, that'd be fun. If Joe and Hayabusa have a match. 16, Hayabusa get the win. Hell yeah. Yeah, what a night of action here. As we got a pretty good night, I think, with all things considered. We'll run the show here. 36 to kick off the show. To kick off the show in Osaka-jo Hall. Rukaijin barely outperforming Jinsei Shinzaki, getting the win there. So 50 for the 6-man of Kojima with Yuji Nagata, Masato Tanaka against the Inoues and Mitsuya Momoto. Kojima, best guy in the match. No surprise. 74 for Los Guerreros against Doug Furness and Eddie Gilbert. Yeah, I mean, Doug Furness and Eddie Gilbert, I mean, that's a fun team, though. That really is, like, coming together well. As, I mean, they're almost better than the All Asia Tag Champs. I mean, this is a good little match. I figured it was going to be pretty good, but I probably should have put this a little higher. Yeah, because this, I mean, because of the pop, but Hayabusa gets a great win, though, over Joe Malenko with the Falcon Arrow in 15:40. 60 performance for Hayabusa is great. 72, though, for Firecat and Ultimo Dragon. Super Astro against the British Combat Club. Johnny Smith pinning Firecat with the Death Valley Bomb. Ultimo Dragon with an 85. Just great stuff there. Great stuff there. As a 76 for Kabuki with the Headhunters against Hideki Ozaka, Terry Funk, and Cactus Jack. As Hideki Ozaka getting the win there with the Building Bomb over the Great Kabuki in 16:08. Terry Funk with an 85. Headhunters, so 74 to 72. That's a good little match. 86 for the Miracle Vines Alliance in Tsuruta Gun. As Doc with a 93. Jumbo with an 89. Gary Albar with an 83. 80 for Massive Chi. I mean, that's a great little match, though. As Terry Gordy with the backdrop driver, Jesus, as over Yoshinori Aragawa in 1955. Yeah, 86 will gladly take that. And the main event is a 91 for the All Japan World Tag Team titles. Toshia Kawada, Kira Taue, the Holy Demon Army beating Misawa, Jun Akiyama. Kawada and Taue 99s, 87, 94 from Misawa. Jun Akiyama with a 53. Yeah, I mean, that's just a great little match. Kawada Crab for Kawada there in 25 minutes. Yeah, I mean, we'll gladly take that, 9 times out of 10. And I think that's what we're going to try to start doing as for our big kind of title matches, especially with our long tours. And being able to run like other places like an Osaka or like an Osaka-jo Hall or Nippon Budokan, so where at least we still run those shows and it's those venues, and still be able to do like the Tokyo Dome and whatnot. So yeah, I think that all around that was a hell of a show for night 4. As on to night 5 we go. Alrighty, as for night 5, so we had a 6-man of Super Generation RB against Baba and Jumbo and Taue. It's just funny how that was a main event. For this show, yeah, we just ran Chubu. Actually, just ran Osaka as well, so it looks like we're going here in Kyushu for this show. kind of the big thing I think going forward is definitely more Holy Demon Army Miracle Mines Alliance matches. But I think we're gonna go with an 8-man as the main, as we're gonna go with Holy Demon Army and Jumbo and Fuchi, and then of course we'll just go with all the. So we'll go with Dear Gordy, Taz. Perfect. As we'll have Jumbo beat Gordy. This is a very good match, though. Everybody's gonna do really well, but Taz, and that's fine. Someone's got to be kind of the weak link in a match, but that's a hell of a match, nonetheless. As I think we're gonna have Doug and Eddie. As far as thinking ahead here, who they could beat, who's got a good bit of pop on him. It's like Geraldine and Billy Black, that could work. I don't know if we'll have them beat Hanson and Spivey, but I mean, that's certainly a choice. Geraldine and Billy Black, though. We'll have them, as far as we'll have Eddie get the win. Yeah, over Geraldine. It's not like it matters or anything. Yeah, I mean, Masawa and company could probably get a break, but we'll book Kobashi and Kikuchi with Jun Akiyama, though. Yeah, let's go with the headhunters. And Vampiro. So we'll have VM get the win over Jun Akiyama. I haven't done that before. It's a good little match, though. I don't know if that should be the co-main, but I think it's a pretty good match, though. Nonetheless. As I do want to see a Hanson Spivey Gladiator Titans match. That just sounds awesome. And we haven't done it yet. This will be a first time meeting, but we're off Stan Hansen beat Big Titan. And this, I mean, this is just harkening back to a time of the Hansen and Brody's teaming up against the some other top Gaijin team where they just beat the shit out of each other. So, I mean, we got a pretty good top 4. I think this is still not really the co-main event that I would like, but it's a pretty good kind of buffer before the co-main now. Because if we can get something a little bit better than that even, like, I'll take a Malenko Brothers matchup over, like, British Combat Club, for instance. This is a fun little match to do. So Dean get the win. Yeah, over Regal. I think that's fair. Even then, though, like, I like this match. I really like it, but I don't think it's going to be enough to be a co-main in that same breath. We've really went pretty gung-ho with a lot of these matches going like 20 minutes. Yeah, because I don't think it's going to be better than that either. Plus another Gaijin match. Just kind of see what we got as far as... Let's just look at the... Because we got Masawa. And we got Funk. That's pretty much it as far as, like, top guys now. We got left. As, Jesus. As, oh, there we go. So... Let's go with a 7 Ultimo Dragon singles matchup, though. Ultimo Dragon Yuji Nagata, though. We'll have that be on the undercard. A WCW NWO revenge match is what this is. I love this match, though. Is that World War III 97? I had a match in WCW. I could have swore that happened on that card. But that's a fun match though. As go with Harlem Heat having a match. Yeah, Los Guerreros, Harlem Heat. Why not? We kind of went Gaijin heavy. Our roster is very much heavy on Gaijins, which is, that comes with. It's a blessing and a curse because it makes for easy booking as far as established native Japanese talent versus established Gaijin talent writes itself. But when it's a little top heavy like it is right now, and there's a little bit more um, outweighed as far as more Gaijin talents than Japanese talent, it gets a little dicey. Gets a little dicey. But that just, I think right now we're in a weird transition period where a lot of our top talent of the future is on the undercard and just got to get them ready to go. For the most part. As, speaking of talent for the future, let's go with Kabuki and Juniza Maeda against the team of. Yeah, let's go with Hideki Osaka again. And let's go with actually George and Shinichi Nakano. They could use a win. Yeah, George's got a bruised kidney. But we'll have Shinichi Nakano get a win. Alright, as, yeah, we'll probably keep that there. That's the card, as we do need to steal the show match, which will probably be this. Alright. And, if I say we are good to go on that front, so let's run the show. So Harlem Heat, Los Guerreros, pretty good match, as Los Guerreros getting the win, Hector and Eddie, as Eddie with the frog splash over Harlem Heat. Yeah, I think it's time for Harlem Heat. Our roster's getting too big anyways. We've had them for a good while. It's time. Time to move on. 49 for Kabuki and Juniza Maeda against George Takano and Shinichi Nakano. And Shinichi Nakano with the German suplex in 957. 52s, 49s, 43s, 31s there. It's Ultimate Dragon, Yuji Nagata. It's a side DT. Ultimate Dragon at 950. 69, Doug Furnace and Eddie Gilbert against Billy Black and Joel Deaton as Eddie Gilbert with the hot shot in 1333. 75 for Super Generation Army against Vampiro and the Headhunters. It's Vampiro with the nail in the coffin in 2006. 86 for Kobashi. 66s, so we got 66 for Kikuchi, 68 for Headhunter A, 65 for Headhunter B, 55 for Jun Akiyama, and 52 for Vampiro. 74 for the Malenko Brothers and British Combat Club, as Dean Malenko with the Texas Clover Leaf in 2022. Good little match. And then 83 for Stan Hansen and Dan Spivey against Gladiator Titans. Yeah, it definitely worked out, as far as, because Hansen's great too, but also Dan Spivey with the 71. That's pretty good stuff, as the Big Titan taking the armbar there in 2025. Then 79 for the 8-man, so this actually did worse than the co-main, as Jumbo Tsuruta with the backdrop suplex over Terry Gordy. Stock and Jumbo with 84s, 83 for Kawada, 77 for Taue, 75 for Albright, 73 for Terry Gordy, 69 for Masanobu Fuji, and then 50 for Taz. And I mean, not bad, but definitely a good top 4, and a pretty solid even as far as with the Doug Furnace Eddie Gilbert match, and then Ultimate Dragon usually got as well. I mean, this even did pretty well. We probably could have flipped that and that, and would have worked out pretty well. As on to the next night we go. Alright, night 6. So we do have that Doug Furnace, Eddie Gilbert, Kobashi, Kikuchi match, which that should be really well too. Joel Deaton and Joel Deaton and Stan Hansen, rather. Joel Deaton was brought for Russell's court. He was not paying attention during a locker room meeting as the judge Stan Hansen found him guilty and sentenced by a crate of beer for the locker room. Then Dory Funk Jr. passing on microphone work to Eddie Guerrero. So definitely, that's not like a crazy match that we have pre-booked. It's kind of more of a, as we'll go with the, we'll go with the Dream Knees. It's Eddie Gilbert, Doug Furnace, Kobashi Kikuchi, Doug Furnace going to be getting the win over Kenta Kobashi, so that's a huge win there in itself. Then, book Harlem Heat. Let's get them, give them some losses, you know, as far as, think of the teams that we could, use as far as, yeah, the Blonde Crushers is a good idea. Because we've done this, oh no, we haven't done this before. There's some on the undercard for, Johnny Ace and Candido. We'll give Chris Candido the win here. As, let's book Timon Honda. As far as him versus, yeah, think of him and Norman. Yeah, we did this back in October. So Norman gonna get the win there. And it's, you know, I think we're gonna go with something with Stan Hansen. As far as Hansen Spivey against Jumbo and Fuchi. Since we're on the 6-man with Ogawa and Candido. As we'll have Spivey beat Fuchi. Sure, we've done this a handful of times, yeah. And so far, Jumbo and Fuchi, they've only won the one time. Pretty good match, though. As, let's go with Taz and Gordy against the team of... Yeah, I kind of want to see what a Jinsei Shinzaki Vampiro team would look like. I'm just kind of curious. Just kind of curious. So we'll have Taz get a win over Jinsei Shinzaki and all that fun jazz. As George Takano, Shinichi Takano against the team of Satoshi Kojima and Masato Tanaka. So we'll have George beat Tanaka. So we need to steal the shell match. We'll actually keep that there. Let's go with the singles match. Actually, let's go tag. I always love a good Firecat Hayabusa Dragon Astro match. Yeah, again, I haven't done that since October. Yeah, and I think a Firecat Hayabusa win is kind of in order here, as Hayabusa's going to beat Super Astro. And pretty good stuff. So as far as I would like to do something either probably after the Gilbert. I don't know. That's a pretty good match, though, at the same time. And I'm just a bit torn. As, let's go with the 6-man. Let's go with Funk, Cactus, and the Gladiator against the Headhunters and Kabuki. So we'll have the Headhunters. Headhunter B is going to be Cactus Jack. And we're good to go. Night 6. All booked up. It's 51 here for George Takano and Shinichi Takano against Satoshi Kojima and Masato Tanaka, which again, Kojima's just incredible. Especially for someone who's just out of the Young Lion phase. Doing the same as Shinichi Takano is pretty nuts. So George pins Masato Tanaka with the Tombstone Pile Driver at 9:51. 51 for Norman and Tomonanda. It's Norman Smythe of Norman Conquest in 10:08. 57 for Harlem Heat and the Blonde Crushers. It's Candido getting the win with the diving headbutt in 9:57. 59 for Jinsei Shinzaki and Vampiro against Terry Gordy and Taz. Taz with the Katajime over Jinsei Shinzaki. 70 for Firecat and Hayabusa against Ultimo Dragon Super Astro. Just a fun little tag match there, as always, between those two teams, as Hayabusa gets the win with the Falcon Arrow on 13:29. 75 for the Gladiator with Cactus Jack and Terry Funk against Great Kabuki and the Headhunters. As Headhunters getting the win. Headhunter B with the diving leg drop over Cactus Jack. 73 for Eddie Gilbert and Doug Furnace against Kobashi and Kikuchi. As Doug Furnace with Frankensteiner over Kento Kobashi. It's a big win there. And our main event, an 85, Stan Hansen and Dan Spivey against Jumbo Tsuruta and Masabu Fuji, as Dan Spivey with the Spivey Spike in 1956. Jumbo Tsuruta the 91, 83 for Stan Hansen, 73 for Masabu Fuji, and then a 66 for Dan Spivey. Yeah, it was a good main event. Pretty good show. Yeah, definitely didn't have anything below a 50s. Can't go wrong with that. On to night 7 we go. We're almost at the halfway point, because I did cut down some of the shows for the New York Giants series. I believe it's going to be a 16-show tour now instead of, I think it was 18 last year. So it should work out pretty well, though. Bobby Eaton fractures his cheekbone. Tough break. Alrighty, night 7, as we had a Super Generation Army Tsuruta Gun match last time around. It's Malenka Brothers and the Funks against Johnny Ace, Spivey, Joel Lee, and Billy Black. Some good stuff. Some good stuff. So let's see if the backstage incident is. Norman Smiley was brought before Wrestler's Court, accused of not paying attention during a locker room meeting. So Judge stands and found him guilty and sentenced by a crate of beer for the locker room. Alright. We never really do anything like this, which is pretty funny. Yeah, I don't really know what we would do if we ever had to do this, but just I always felt like we could bring it up whenever, because like our locker room's at like 100%, like we're good on that sense, but sure, it'd just be nice to get another avenue out there. Let's see what we got. As I feel like we need to do a Headhunters now, as far as an All-Asia Tag Team title matchup against Doug Furnace and Eddie Gilbert. Like, it kind of needs to be done now, since we've booked them very, very strong. As we'll give the win to Headhunter A over Gilbert. That'll be their second defense, though. What a get. Let's have Masawa and Jun Akiyama get a win here, as let's see who we have here that we could have them beat. Yeah, Joel Deaton and Billy Black. Not a bad call. Is Masawa gonna get the win? Let's go with Merrill Vaughn's Connection versus Jumbo and Taue. Kind of like that. It's kind of like a mixed match of former tag champs battling it out. And, they've traded wins back and forth. Of course, that's when Jumbo and Taue were the tag champs and retained. Night 10. So almost a year in the making for the last time this match has taken place. And so we're going to give the win to Taue. I don't know, though. I kind of want to give it to Doc. Doc over Taue? Yeah, let's go with that. And we'll go with... Let's go Kawada and Fuchi. Yeah, I guess then we'll leave Taz and Gary Albright. Yeah, so we'll have... Yeah, I don't know if we should have Gary Albright get a win here, or... Since Doc's getting a win, felt like we should probably give it to, like Kawada. So yeah, Kawada over Gary Albright's fine. Damn, Gary Albright. You're killing me. So will that be set to steal the show? But it's going to be a little higher. It's going to be like the co-main event. Pretty good match. Pretty good match. Alright. As, let's see what we got as far as, let's go with the tag. No Fear. Against the Harlem Heat team. We've done this once before. Harlem Heat got the win. That was back in October. What's going to happen here? Takeo Mori's going to get the win, as he's going to beat Booker T. I'm trying to think if we should have like Kojima beat. Yeah, let's have Kojima. Let's go with Kojima. And see who'd be a good partner for Kojima. Yeah, let's go with Satoru Sako. Just kind of see what they could do. Sometimes sometimes you just never know. You just gotta try it out. So yeah, so this match is gonna suck, but gives Kojima a win. Giant Baba and Samu Teranishi. They will be losing to the Hideki Osaka Masato Tanaka team, as Osaka's going to beat Giant Baba. That undercard's gonna suck ass, but I have faith that the rest of the card will get us back on track. A lot of faith. Sometimes that's all you need. Let's see here. Let's use Contour Shiga. Let's go with Shiga and Honda. Against Kabuki and Juni Zamida. This is so bad. God awful. As Juni Zamida's gonna get a win. I mean, that might be worse than that, to be honest. We'll probably keep that as the opener. I would love to see an Eddie Guerrero, Jinsei Shinzaki match, but I just know it's not going to work out. I'm trying to think who. Yeah, I mean, Masato Noe could work here. Just trying to think of people that could use maybe some momentum going their way. Rukaijin again. God awful match this will be. They've never had a singles match against each other. It's kind of wild. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that undercard is terrible. But we gotta start somewhere. We gotta just keep building up, guys. Even if that means putting on a terrible undercard. Yeah, 38 here as Great Kabuki, best guy in the match. Everybody but Tomoe Honda was off their game. That was fun. Jun Izumata getting the win, though. Even though Tomoe Honda, who debuted 2 years before him, outperformed him. And 37-36 here for Rukaijin and Masaha Noe. So Rukaijin getting the win at 950. 48 for Baba and Teranishi against Masato Tanaka and Hideki Ozaka. So Ozaka with the building bomb. In 557, as Satoshi Kojima with the Cozy Cutter, as in 959. Kojima with a 50, 49 for Satoru Sako, 46 for Booker T, and 43 for Stevie Ray. Yeah, it's not great. Not great at all. 68 for Masao and Jun Akiyama against Joel Deaton and Billy Black. Masao with the Emerald Flosion in 1944. Masao with an 86, then 57 for Joel Deaton, 55 for Billy Black, and 54 for Jun Akiyama. 69 for Dog Furnace and Eddie Gilbert against the Headhunters, as the Headhunters making their second defense. Headhunter A with the diving leg drop over Eddie Gilbert. I mean, that's a pretty good match for the All Asia Tag titles. It's pretty good. 64 for Fuchi and Kawada against Albright and Taz, as Kawada tapping out Gary Albright with the Kawada Crab in 13-34. So yeah, this did not. Yeah, we just had too poor of a show because the crowd's dead. They could give a shit about the rest of the stuff. 79 though, got the crowd interested again for our main event though, at least, as the Miracle Vines Connection beating Jumbo and Taue as Doc with the backdrop driver in 23-35. Very good match though. Very good match. Good stuff though. Obviously, we really went heavy-handed with that undercard, but other than that, pretty good show. We got saved by our main event. On to the next night we go. Alright, now time for the singles matches for Kobashi and Furnace and Kikuchi and Gilbert. This should be pretty fun. Should be pretty fun, as well. Guess we're going to run the Hiroshima Sombrazo. So we'll have Gilbert and Furnace, as Doug's going to get the win, beating Kobashi. And Gilbert will be losing to Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. That's a huge win for Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. A little split down the middle. And then, we'll have the post-show as far as the challenges. Asawa, triple crown down match. Just some fun stuff there. Something to go in between that. I would like to see another Masawa teaming of some sort. Masawa's annoyed though. I don't know why that is. As we'll go with him in June. See who they can. Maybe, yeah, just go Johnny Ace and Chris Candido. Yeah, we did this back in October. Which got a 74 when we did it then. As we're gonna have Candido beat Jun Akiyama. Hopefully, it's gonna be a good little match there. As yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty good spot for it. Hopefully. It's a singles match. Just kind of thinking ahead here as far as like the undercard. Tomoe Honda's done really well, and he's tremendous. Plus he's being someone that's 30 in his like young lion phase, we kind of have not as long of a window as we do with the other young lions, so we kind of have to be pretty mindful of that. So we might have him get a win, honestly, over like a young lion, like maybe like do him and Shiga, which I mean this match is gonna suck ass, it's gonna be terrible, but it will give Timon Honda a chance to at least get some type of popularity going his way. Because he needs it. He desperately needs it. Let's have Harlem Heat lose to someone. As far as a team that could use it, again, we look at No Fear as a team that could use it. Rather it's Takeo Mori or Takayama. I kind of want to give it to Takayama just because he's the man. Yeah, they both are technically young lions, so I don't want to... I'm trying to think who's someone that we have that is technically still not young. That's, I think Kojima's not. So yeah, that's correct. As far as that goes, yeah, I mean him and Kobayashi's always an interesting little team. Kojima getting the win. Yeah, we definitely need something to kind of get the show back on track, especially if we're going to have such an undercard like this. Let's go with No Fear. Mitsuya Momoto and Mighty Inoue. Mitsuya Momoto getting the win. We've done this, yeah, we did this back in November. As, let's see here. So we just need 2 more matches, it looks like. As, let's see what we got here. As, let's go with Ternishi. Because, I mean, he's someone that could definitely use, like, some losses for sure. Because we'll go with Hosaka. We got a 2-month-old kitten, and he's having a hell of a time over here. He's wanting some playtime. Oh, gosh. Yeah, he's gone. Boy, there we go. Alright, so we're back on track. It's Teranishi. Oh, that's right, it's 6 minutes for him. So we need a steel show match, and we'll let that be... We need... because, I mean, we need something to really steal the show. Because at this rate... As we about to fuck that all up, because, yeah, we both had the wrong thing on last. So I was thinking having either Hayabusa... You know what we could do? Let's go with a big-ass 8-man. Let's go with Funk and Cactus. Against the Headhunters. And we'll go with the Gladiator Titans. Then I guess that will leave Vampiro. Oh no, Vampiro up here. Vampiro. And the Great Kabuki. Yeah, 12 minutes. So we can give the Headhunters one of the ones that they could beat Big Titan. So 20 for Timon Honda and Kentaro Shiga, yeah. Yeah, that's bad. As Timon Honda getting the win in 8:20, the German suplex. 29 for Isamu Teranishi and Deki Ozaka's the building bomb. As Teranishi outperformed him, as Deki Ozaka was really off his game. 43 for Mitsuya Momoto and Mighty Inoue against No Fear. It's Mitsuya Momoto pinning Takayama. A 31 for Harlem Heat against Satoshi Kojima and Kanki Kobayashi. Badly herniated spinal disc for Kojima. That is a tough break, as Booker T gets the win because of that now. So that sucks. That's unfortunate. Man. Man, oh man. A 65 for the 8-man of Terry Funk, Cactus Jack, and the Gladiator Titans against Vampiro, Great Kabuki, and the Headhunters. Diving leg drop Ed NRA over Big Titan. Funk carrying that match. Best guy in the match. 67 for Eddie Gilbert and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. Kikuchi getting a win at 1941. Best guy in the match. Right decision there. 64 for Misawa and Jun Akiyama against the Blonde Crushers. Yeah, just Johnny Ace wasn't really up to par, and I don't think the crowd, I think the crowd is still pretty much dead. Yep. And the main event of 72 is Kenta Kobashi losing to Doug Furnas, the Frankensteiner, 23-54, and then the challenge. It's great stuff there, 72 there. Well, it is what it is when it comes to that. Again, we're kind of maybe putting a little too much faith in that undercard now. Now we're going the opposite way with it. But it sucks about Kojima because that injury does not sound good. Hopefully he's, well, we'll see what happens, how long he's out for and whatnot. As Bay Rays for the awesome one. Yeah, that is. So it's a high risk injury. Oh, and the complications. So he will be out for a year, 1 month, and 3 weeks. That is unfortunate for Satoshi Kojima. So on to Night 9 we go. Man, that sucks. As always, we forgot to change this. Son of a bitch. As we shouldn't have aired this. Oh, it's still on lesser at least, but we should have not had this be on the Pwn TV. Because now we gotta do something a little bit better here, because Night 10 is going to be the Gilbert Furnas Misawa Jun Akiyama match. So we might be able to do something with an 8-man, as far as having Eddie Gilbert, Doug Furnas, and let's see who we can use, and it makes sense. We'll put Kobashi Kikuchi over here with Misawa and Jun Akiyama. Let's go with the Fantastics. Let's go with Jackie Fulton and Bobby Fulton. Or Tommy Rogers, I guess. Let's actually go with Jackie and Bobby. So we'll have Kobashi get the win back, as he's going to be beating Bobby Fulton. Hopefully that's a good enough main. If not, we also have, as far as we could go with, maybe a 6-man. As far as, because we just did the Miracle Violence Alliance one, where we went with all the heavy hitters against the, as far as like Jumbo, Taue, and Kawada. I believe we did this. No, we haven't. Never mind. We did the 8-man, but not this. Oh, wow. So this is now the main. This is a great match. As Terry Gordy's going to take the fall here, as I was going to have Jumbo beat him, but I think we're going to have Taue beat him. Harlem Heat. They will be, as far as losing to, let's go with the Blonde Crushers. Let's have Candido beat them. I guess we just did this Night 6, so yeah, we'll go with Johnny Smith and Regal. Have Regal beat them. Yeah, first time meeting. Satoru Sako versus Kentaro Shiga. Sako getting the win. And then Hideki Ozaka against Timon Honda. So Ozaka getting the win. Of course, we did this back in November. She got a 33 when we did it. Alright. As we could use a Steal the Show match. We'll go with the Malenko Brothers Firecat Hayabusa match. Because we did this, back at night 2. So it's been at least a week. Let's go with something else. We'll go with a 6-man. Hayabusa Firecat. So we used Kanaki Kobayashi, which was fine, but I think we're going to go with... We could even go 8-man with it. As we'll go with... Let's see, Dory. Go Firecat. Hayabusa. And, it's, Terry Funk. Cactus Jack. As far as for the partner of Dory Funk Jr., you know, Eddie Guerrero kind of makes sense here. I know it's, a bit of a stretch, but, I mean, he is a protege of Dory Funk Jr., so at least it makes sense from that perspective. Will have Firecat beat Eddie? That's a fun little match, though. For being honest. This is a really fun match. Got a lot of talented guys in this match. Let's go with the singles. Let's go with the tag. It's Candido and Stan Hansen against Jumbo. Well, actually, we can't use Jumbo. This will probably be, as far as who we could use. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of options here now I'm thinking about it. Because it's like... Yeah, we're in a tough spot. I guess we'll go with Vampiro and Grey Kabuki, I guess. It's not the... Actually, yeah, let's use Fuchino Gawa. Yeah, that's probably our best bet. Let Hansen get the win over Fuchi. Yeah, we'll put it before that 6-man. So yeah, we just need one more match, which will probably be a singles. Just have 3 singles matches. That'll put up the show. Let's go with Masato Tanaka and Mitsuya Momoto. Momoto getting a win. Good stuff. Good stuff here. Nice. As, yeah, I'll probably have this be the last of the 3. And I just want to double check. Okay, good thing we looked. Oh, that's right. This is a, I mean, that's still a pretty good main event, I think, for all things considered. Let's just double check. Yeah, because we could fit 10,000 here in Nagoya. Not a bad idea. So that way we don't have to run Budokan again, because I think that's going to be our only really shot. Yeah, we'll run here. All right, let's run the show. So 37 to kick off the show. Sadeki Osaka and Tomoe Honda. The building bomb for Osaka in 9:57. 35 for Satoru Osaka and Kotori Shiga. See how Satoru Osaka with a 53. That's great stuff there. So he gets on the super driver Asako in 9:37. 44 for Mitsuya Yamamoto, Masato Tanaka's. Mitsuya Yamamoto really off his game. Still cooled the crowd a little, but at least the announcing and the color commentary gave it a boost. 57 for Harlem Heat and Johnny Smith and Steven Regal's Regal gets the Regalplex in 10:28. 74 for Stan Hansen, Chris Candido against Yoshinori Ogawa and Masato Fuji. Very good match here. Definitely undersold how good of a match this was going to be, as Stan Hansen pinning Fuji with a lariat. Yeah, 72. It was a little close, but definitely because Dory Funk Jr. and Firecat were off their games. Hurt the match a little bit. Yeah, I mean, good stuff, though. As the Firecat, Hayabusa, Cactus Jack, Terry Funk team get the win over Dory Funk Jr., Eddie Guerrero, and the Malenko brothers as Firecat hitting Eddie with the super kick, which Eddie outperformed Firecat because of the Firecat being off his game. Hayabusa, though, killed it with a 69. Just, yeah, Dean Malenko, though, 87. I mean, that's crazy. He's been tremendous. 77 for the Super Generation Army and Doug Furnace, Eddie Gilbert, the Fantastics matchup. Skinner Kobashi pinning Bobby Fulton with the Orange Crush. We have some cracked ribs for Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. Someone out of the Kikuchi Kobashi team is always injured, it seems like. 88, though, for our main. Miracle Alliance Alliance, Tsuruta Gun. Tsuruta Gun getting the win as Taue pinning Terry Gordy with a dynamic bomb. I mean, what a crazy-ass match, though. You got a 97 from Kawada, 95 from Doc, 92 from Jumbo, 88 from Taue, then 81 from Guerrero Brighton. Terry Gordy with a 76, which is very good in its own right. It's just crazy compared to everything else on that card. Yeah, we went all out with that 8-man, that's for sure. As on to the next night we go, as we're coming up on, it's almost about to be on one hand how many shows we have left on the card. Or on the card, Jesus, I always do that. Shows left on the tour. So on to the next day we go. Alright, as for night 10, of course, we got the Eddie Gilbert, Doug Furnace, Junakiyama Masawa matchup. So yeah, we just ran Chupu, of course. I think we're pretty much caught up on all the days, so now we're just gonna work our way back. I really don't want to do Kanto, though, because even though we just started the tour with that, and it's, been 9 shows, obviously, but I think it's probably for the best we don't run Kanto until the final show, so we'll be skipping that. And looks like we'll be on to Osaka again. So we'll be at the Wakayama Prefectural Gym for this show. Which, I mean, this is a very good show, though. As far as for Eddie Gilbert, Doug Furnace, Super Generation Army. Very good match. Doug Furnace is going to beat Jun Akiyama, getting a little bit of jolt there before their match. As, yeah, we always go back to this Headhunters matchup. As, we did, as far as, we did Vampiro with them, but now we're going to do Kabuki with them. So we're going to do Funk, Cactus. And, trying to think what Gaijin we could go with. Because, I mean, we might go with Gladiator again. Seems to work out pretty well. So, Awesome beat Kabuki. Actually, let's have Kabuki. He could use a win. He could beat the Gladiator. That bums me out, but kind of is what it is. I mean, 1994. Kabuki's gotta be 50... 45. Never mind. I thought he was in his 50s. And still, probably shouldn't get the win over Mike Awesome, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So, we'll have Stan Hansen and Candido again. This time over Jumbo and Fuchi, and we'll have Fuchi get the win over Candido. Nice stuff. As I'm trying to think, as far as what we could do with Johnny Ace and Ogawa. Because, I mean, we could team up with either Taue or Kawada, and then you'd have to have Ace team up with someone from the Miracle Vines Alliance, which I guess could make sense. Yeah, go like Kawada, and then Ace, and either Albright or Doc. Yeah, we'll probably go with Doc, because that makes a little bit more sense. That's a fun little match. As we'll have Doc beat Okawa. Some good stuff. Good stuff. Alright. As, it's kind of weird having Stan Hansen team up with him, but it works out nonetheless. As, that's a pretty good top four. Pretty good. Start going with some undercard stuff. Let's have Joe Malenko get a win. Let's have him beat Nagata. I don't think we've done this before. So bummed about Satoshi Kojima, man. I mean, that's such a shitty injury to get. Out for over a year. Won't be coming back till 95. It's just unfortunate. He is gonna have a big 94. That is for sure. So a big Titan get involved here. Let's do him and Takayama. So a big Titan get the win. So we need to steal the show match and then one more match. Steal the show. As far as that goes, I think Dory Funk and Dean against Hayabusa, and trying to think who'd be a great partner for Hayabusa. Where it would make sense. We just do him and Jinsei Shinzaki. Yeah, that's. I thought you might just throw Bob out there, just to do it. As we'll have Dean beat Baba. As, yeah, let's go with the tag again. Let's go with Shinichi and George Takano. I was thinking maybe Harlem Heat. Because George could probably use a win. Or Shinichi, either way. We'll probably go with Shinichi, though. Night 10. It's Big Titan, Yoshihiro Takayama. So yeah, not enough pop there, which I figured so, but at least it was a pretty good little match. As Big Titan gets to win the Exploder in 10:26 if it wasn't for the performance rating. 29 for Joe Malenko and Yuji Nagata. Man, they don't click at all, and that hurt that, and that was just a shitty little match. 63 for Dory Funk Jr. and Dean Malenko against Giant Baba and Hayabusa. Dean Malenko getting the win with the Texas Clover Leaf in 5:56 for Giant Baba. 50 for Shinichi Takano and George Takano against the Harlem Heat team, as Booker T taking the Dragon Suplex in 10:26. 65 for Kabuki with the Headhunters against Gladiator and Cactus Jack Terry Funk. Is great Kabuki with a thrust kick over the Gladiator. Mike Awesome, which, yeah, Mike Awesome was about 15 points better than him. Probably shouldn't have lost, but that's neither here nor there. 76 for Johnny Ace and Dr. Death against Yoshinari Agawa and Toshiaki Kawada. So actually, The Kawada Ogawa team definitely should have won there off of performances, but it's still a very good match. As Doc gets the win though with the backdrop driver in 2025, 75 for Stan Hansen, Chris Candido against Meso Fuchi and Jumbo Tsuruta, which it's a very good match there. And that's the right decision though. To have Jumbo and Fuchi get the win though. So 69 though for Eddie Gilbert and Doug Furnace against Masao and Jun Akiyama. I'm not really sure what happened there. I think it was just a shitty crowd. That's what happened there. Yeah. Also, Masao's got low morale. We'll have to change that. I haven't really been looking at the morale at all during this tour. That is night 10 in the books. It's on to night 11. We're now into the double digits of the tour, and it's getting down to like the nitty gritty here. Right? Getting into like how do we keep fresh matches from keeping it fresh. Yeah, we got a lot of different options. I think I want to do a Hayabusa Masawa Furnace Malenko match though on this tour. That'll be a lot of fun to do. Oh God, Jumbo Tsuruta caught with some prostitutes. Well, this is just great. this is just great. Oh my God. So yeah, next 7 days, after terminating his contract for free. Man. That's insane. I mean, we're going to have to get rid of Jumbo Tsuruta, is what this is going to come down to. Because he's going to be toxic for probably a good bit, or unless we just hang on to him, just regularly using toots on the reg. You can't. You can't, Jumbo Tsuruta. You can't do it. Why must you go to Roppongi after the shows? Why, damn it? Fuck. Oh, man. Well, aren't we in quite a situation here? So, oh, man. Man, oh, man. So, so his contract's got 6 months left, but if we get rid of it, though, I think we get it for free. I think we gotta do it. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. Let's make sure he's shortlisted, which he should be. Okay, he is now. Well, bye-bye, Jumbo Tsuruta. I cannot believe that. Well, what a time for All Japan Pro Wrestling. On to night 11 we go. Man, I just can't. I can't believe it. So that 6-man that was gonna have Jumbo in it is now just gonna be a tag. It's gonna be the Blonde Crushers, as far as Ace and Candido against Ogawa and Fuchi. And the Tsuruta Gun Alliance is no longer the Tsuruta Gun Alliance, obviously. It's just going to be called the Holy Demon Army now. What a fucking shit show. It's so funny how this was looking to be like an all-time line where, as far as Jumbo never gets sick and he just is still at his high form. Now, we get to have a whole other fucking timeline where instead of that, he gets caught with prostitutes, and that's how he's going to get hepatitis. Unreal. Unfucking real. When you think you know a guy, I guess we're just gonna run here. And also, too, now that it's been a full year, the reason why Masawa's popular, or not his popularity, his popularity has gotten a lot better, but he is still annoyed at the fact that the pressure of being the figurehead is really getting to him. Now it's been a full year. And it just sucks. It sucks because he was irritated at first. And of course we were like, oh, let's change that and make sure that's better. It's been a year now, and he's just angry about it. Maybe he won't be so angry anymore. It really comes down to... Because here's the thing. It's not really that bad. Like, as far as... see where it's at... there it is. Because, I mean, it's just he's not quite over enough. Which is... fine, it is doing, as far as a whole, it's a bit of a negative right now. It seems like, oh no, he's having little impact, so that's nice. So, at least he's just having a little impact, and it's not negative, but I think just the pressure of that is definitely hurting. We just need to keep him afloat, keep on getting wins, keep on beating guys, like we'll have a tag for this night be Masawa, and let's go with Jun Akiyama. against. I was thinking Baba, since Baba's got like some good pop there. Yeah, maybe like Baba Tawe, something like that. 8 minutes. Masawa getting the win. Something like that. Let's go with the singles. You know, Jinsei Shinzaki has been using about a week, so maybe something with him. As far as on the undercard. Maybe him and Kawada. That'd be fun. Kawada getting the win. We done this before? No. But that's what we did. Oh well. Bit of an odd card, but we'll get it. I'm so thrown for a loop with Jumbo. Thank God that was not Masao or oh, boy, I don't even know what I would have done. That would have been a bummer and a half. Boy, oh boy. As, it's getting hard on Meat out there. They gotta lose to some more guys. So I'm gonna lose to No Fear now. Tour is almost about to end, and don't think we'll be using them after this. We'll have to Kawamori get the win. Let's get the Gladiator Titans together. We haven't really booked them as far as getting a win against somebody. Yeah, let's go with Mitsuya Momoto and Mighty Inoue. Maybe not. Let's go Joel Dean and Billy Black. Well, that's a little bit more our speed. Didn't mean to have chemistry. Yeah, they've had the tag league match, and that's about it. Well, which they weren't even in the tag league to begin with, but we'll give the win to Big Titan because he could kind of use a win. Let's go with the 6-man of British Combat Club. Johnny Smith, Stephen Reek, Armin Smiley. As, so they're taking on Ultimate Dragon Super Astra, which obviously kind of can't do anything about that. As far as having the third guy for them. It's a good question. Might just go Kento Shiga. Just to get him on the card. So either junior, somewhat, you know. Well, not even somewhat. He is like he's a fringe junior, I would say. Because right now he's at middleweight, which is kind of big for him, to be honest. He's definitely more like a lightweight. I mean, I think it's fine, though. I think this should work. This should work just fine. So I'll have Regal get the win over Kento Shiga. Yeah, we'll probably let it go after the Kawada Jinsei match. This should be a little lower, though. Yeah, this is an odd card, for sure. Yeah, we definitely need to, go with some of our heavier matches now. Trying to just think of what we could do for the main. I was thinking Miracle Violence Alliance. And either the Headhunters or... Yeah, I'm just, not sure. Not sure, to be honest. We'll have the All Asia Tag Champs lose. Which is unfortunate, but it's going to be a non-title match at least. We'll have Gary get the win. That could be a pretty good main, hopefully. Just kind of curious. So Stan, Kobashi, Funk, and then yeah. So probably something with Doug, and maybe Doug and Eddie and something. They've been really well so far. Yeah, maybe Funk and Cactus. Have Terry Funk beat Eddie Gilbert. Very Gaijin heavy. Like we need a native Japanese-born guy. Like actually, I was thinking Jumbo's Korean, but I don't think he is. Don't believe so. As let's see. So we got. We'll probably go with a tag. Actually, maybe a 6-man. It's kind of. Nah, we'll go with a tag. Go with Kobashi, Kikuchi, and they will be facing Hansen and Spivey. Pretty good match here. Kikuchi with those cracked ribs. Yeah, so Kobashi and Kikuchi beat them during the tag league. I think this time around we're going to give it to Hansen, and Spivey's will have Stan beat Kikuchi there. Yeah, we need to steal the show match, it looks like. Yeah, we'll let it be this. Say 28 for the opener. It's Takeo Mori and Yoshiro Takayama. No Fear beating Booker T and Stevie Ray. Yeah, they didn't like Takeo Mori getting the win. And we killed the crowd right away with all that. But Takeo Mori at least tied Booker for the best guy in the match. 63 for Masawa and Jun Akiyama against Baba and Taue. Masawa with the Implosion on Baba. 59 for Kento Shiga with Super Astro and Ultimate Dragon against British Combat Club. British Combat Club getting the win is Regal with the Regal stretch over Kento Shiga. 63 for Kawada and Jinsei Shinzaki. It's Kawada with a diving back elbow in 953. 52 for the Gladiator Titans and Joel Dean and Billy Black. It's Big Titan the Exploder. 1353. 59 for Doug Furnace and Eddie Gilbert against Terry Funk Cactus Jack as Funk breaks his nose. Gets the win though with the pile driver Eddie Gilbert. That's a pretty good match though. He did exactly the same. Couldn't have won either way. 73 for Kobashi Kikuchi against Stan Spivey and Stan Hansen. Better team gets the win there. Stan Hansen with the layer at 1951. 77 for the main event of the Miracle Vines Alliance against the Headhunters. Very good match though. I love that. Two teams like chemistry that pays off in a big way as Gary Albright with the STF over Headhunter B. It's good stuff. Good stuff. 75 will gladly take that. As, now on to night 12. Alrighty, night 12, we got a backstage incident. Is it going to be anybody else involving prostitutes? Thank God. As Masada Naka's brought before Wrestler's Court, accused of not paying attention to a locker room meeting, as the judge Stan Hansen found him guilty and sentenced him to buy a crate of beer for the locker room. Hell yeah. As, we'll see where we're going to run this show at. I don't have a goddamn idea. The economy's falling. Wrestling industry's pretty much in the toilet. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. But it looks like we'll be running The Dream here, because we'll sell that out, no problem. So really the only thing we have planned is for night 15 do the tag of Masawa and Hayabusa against Malenko and Furnace. But other than that, it's pretty much whatever we want to do up to this point. Obviously, the big thing now is being 12 days in, you don't want to injure somebody. So kind of the idea is to think of ways to elevate people. It's kind of the idea that we want to do as far as with Baba. As far as he'll be putting somebody over, I'm sure this night. He's got a lot of people. Vampiro could use the boost. Candido could use the boost, which we've given Vampiro that one before, but we definitely give it Candida, but not Vampiro in a singles. So we'll probably do that here as just a nice little easy match for Vamp to get a win on. I kind of want to see a 6-man of Satoru Asako with Hideki Osaka. Not sure who's going to be that other person over there, but we'll just leave that blank for now. I was thinking maybe, let's go with George and Shinichi Nakano. Yeah, George, Nakano, Shinichi Nakano, and we'll go with... Yeah, we'll probably go with Kunaki Kobayashi. Yeah, we'll go through Gaijin over here. Just a simple-ass 6-man. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, so we're gonna have Satoru Asako beat Kunaki Kobayashi. See who Harlem Heat can lose to next. It's, yeah, I mean, Los Guerreros is always a good shout. We'll probably go with them. So we've done this... Yeah, that was night 5 when we did this. So. Not a bad idea to do it again. Have Eddie get another win. See what we got as far as the singles. Yeah, let's go Super Astro and Hayabusa. Yeah, that's right. We did this at the October Giant Series, which got a 58 when we did it. Actually, let's go 6-man. Let's go Hayabusa, Firecat, Jinsei, Shinzaki. Ultimo Dragon, Super Astro, and Katori Shiga, since that seems to be the go-to. So Jinsei beat Torashiga. Well, they definitely got the undercard settled and ready to go. As for the rest of the card, let's go with Joe and Dory against Kabuki and I was thinking, actually, let's go with the 6-man. Let's go Headhunters with Kabuki against the Malenko brothers and Dory. So we'll have Kabuki get the win over Joe. I'll have it steal the show. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. So we'll go with Fuchi and Taue against Gordy and Taz. Yeah, as yeah, we'll give it to Terry Gordy here. He'll beat Fuchi. Yeah, we got to think of a better main for sure. Now that Hansen's not on the main, him and Spivey aren't. So I think they should definitely be main eventing some of these final nights here. As yeah, we'll go with Furnace and Gilbert against Hansen and Spivey. I like that. Like that a lot. That's a nice main. As we'll have Doug beat Spivey. Or at least a co-main. And we'll have Masawa Kobashi. Trying to think who would be a fun main. Trying to just think, because Kobashi, he lost to, as far as kind of thinking ahead. You know, they lost to Holy Demon Army and Masawa and Jun Akiyama. Other than that, they really didn't lose a whole lot during the tag league. But I think he got hurt, I thought, but it looks like he didn't. Let's see here. So we'll go with... Yeah, we'll go with Funkin' Cactus. Why not? Even though Terry's got a broken nose. So I'll have Kobashi over Funk. I know it's kind of weird since they're having a tag title matchup, the All Asia tag title matchup in a couple of days, but I think that, makes sense for the most part. But, yeah, we're good to go on that. Let's run night 12. It's a 54 for the openers. Vampiro getting the win. And he gets a 52. Gets a win in 604. 55 for George Takano, Shinichi Nakano, Kaneki Kobayashi against Hideki Ozaka, Satoru Osako, and Haruka Aijin. So George with a 57. 54 for Kaneki Kobayashi, 52 for Shinichi Nakano. But it doesn't matter because the Satoru Osako, Hideki Ozaka, and Haruka Aijin team getting the win. Satoru at least almost outperformed Shinichi Nakano. And he was close to Kaneki Kobayashi. It's not bad. Not bad. 64 for Hayabusa and Firecat with Jinsei Shinzaki against Ultimo Dragon, Super Astro, and Kentora Shiga. Shinsei Shinzaki getting the win. In 9:43, a 54 for Harlem Heat and Los Guerreros as Eddie Guerrero getting the win in the Frog Splash in 10:04. 75 for Kabuki and the Headhunters against Dory Funk Jr. and the Malenko Brothers as Kabuki pinning Joe Malenko with a thrust kick. Yeah, and that's a tough pill to swallow. Dory Funk Jr. with a 63 though, he's definitely probably coming down with declining physically. So is Joe Malenko too. Interesting. 79 for Taue and Fuchi against Taz and Gordy as Terry Gordy pinning Fuchi with a backdrop driver. They finally get a win over the Holy Demon Army / Tsuruta Gun. That's going to be confusing as hell to say now, because whenever I talk about the Holy Demon Army, everyone's going to think of Kawada and Taue instead of the group, but it is what I thought about doing the Alliance, the Holy Demon Alliance, but we might do that. But I don't know. It's just weird. It makes sense for them to be called the Army. I don't know. As Doug Furnace getting the win over Dan Spivey with the Frankensteiner 1931. Yeah, I mean, Furnace is doing really well. He's really coming along. I think that match with Masawa is going to be awesome. And a 76 here for Kobashi and Masawa against Cactus and Funk as Terry with the broken nose still did pretty well. 75, that's not bad. It's Kobashi and Masawa. It's crazy. Kobashi did better than Masawa. Assuming because of Masawa's, as far as his morale right now, which is, it's been tough to kind of weather, but we'll figure it out. He's getting better with it, for sure. 75, though, for the main. As we just have 3 more nights left of the Road 2 shows of the tour. As far as nights 13, 14, and 15. As, on to night 13. Alright, night 13, backstage incident. It's Stevie Ray. Stan answers Stevie Ray's Buffalo Wrestlers Court accused of failing to pick up a share of the tab of the shared rental car. Way to screw over Booker T. As the judge, Stan Anson found him guilty and sentenced him to pay the full cost and reimburse drought partners. Yeah, Stevie Ray's a bit upset about losing the Young Lions, which, don't blame him. Definitely don't blame him. Yeah, I guess we'll have to run the Nakajima Sports Center. So that will probably be the best bet there. Well, I guess we could just run. Yeah, I mean, we ran the Nagoya Civic General Gymnasium, so we haven't really ran here in a while. I don't even think we ran Congress Center before then, so we'll just run there. As for night 13, let's go with the tag. If we can, as far as... Yeah, Masao's still a little annoyed, but the pop is definitely coming around. It's coming around, which is nice to see. His stand's still kind of dropping a little bit. Little by little. As far as with Misawa, I think really with him, if we could have Misawa with stuff, because I was thinking maybe Kobashi and then doing Hansen with Furnace. It was just an idea, just kind of thinking, and then have Kobashi beat Doug, and that's kind of weird again to do as someone who's building up for a title match to lose in a tag team match. Just a couple of nights prior, it does seem a bit strange, but it's a tag match, and I think that it should still be a pretty good match though, nonetheless. Hopefully. And so let's go with a 6-man. Jun Akiyama with No Fear. Takeo Mori, Yoshihiro Takayama. Actually, let's just go with the tag of Jun and Takeo Mori. Against Harlem Heat, and I think everybody knows how this is going to go. As Booker T is going to lose to Jun Akiyama. Sure, they're going to love that. Oh, Booker T was the only one who was like, hey. Or Stevie Ray, rather, is the only one who was pissed about that. That's crazy. Yeah, because that's... I guess, because Booker's like, hey, I guess he's got more pop. It was a fun experience, as far as trying to get Harlem Heat over. As far as it just never really happened. Just weird, because they had, the chemistry boost. Looked like everything was going to be rocking and rolling for them, but they just never clicked. That sometimes they'd be close to the 50s, and then it just kind of taper off. It's fine. Not everything has to be fantastic. Yeah, Gladiator Titans, Blonde Crushers. It's a fun little match. So we'll have the Gladiators Titans get the wins, as Gladiator Titans going to beat Candido. Little Gaijin matchup. Just trying to think of, as far as for Holy Demon Army, go Kawada, Taue, and we could either go Fuchi or we can go Ogawa. Probably go Ogawa. And then we'll go Albright, Doc, and Taz. We'll have Taz lose to Ogawa. Good stuff. Yeah, so then we can just kind of work on the undercard stuff. So we haven't used Timon Honda in a hot minute. About a week. Let's bring him back. Him and Haruka Gaijin. Man, that's a little too bad. We'll go with Kunaki Kobayashi instead. We've done that a handful of times, actually. And it still has been pretty bad every time. Yeah, Gilbert's not a bad idea. We did this. I was about to say, that was night 1. That was his debut match. Not bad to do it again. So he's gonna get the win. Yeah, so we know that this is gonna go bad, so we'll just go ahead and bump that up. So we got Yuji Nagata right here, just kind of chilling. Vampiro could still use a win. Trying to think who else could probably use a win over Baba. Yeah, Cactus Jack's not a bad call. Hosaka's not a bad call. Hell, even Johnny Smith, not even a bad call. Well, yeah, let's have Mitsuya Momoto and Giant Baba team up. Take on the team of Hosaka and Asako. As well as Osaka beat Baba. Let's go with an 8-man. Let's go with Malenko Brothers, Ultimate Dragon Super Astro, British Combat Club. Go with Regal and Smith against Hayabusa and Firecat. This will be our Steal the Show match. This is two completely different styles of wrestling, and I love this match, though. You have the technical masterclass talent of Dean Malenko and Regal and Johnny Smith and Joe, and then you have, some cool high flyers and Hayabusa and even Brady Boone to a degree, and then you got, Ultimate Dragon Super Astro with a little bit of a blend of both styles. I just think it'd be fantastic, but we're going to have Johnny Smith beat Super Astro. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. That's a fun Steal the Show match. Don't mind that. So yeah, this is going to be. I'll actually put this above that. That's how much faith I have in it. As we'll go with another singles on the undercard. Hector could use a win. Maybe Hector and Jinsei Shinzaki. Why not? Could even use Kontor Shiga, but we'll go with Jinsei Shinzaki. Yeah, it's probably going to be better than Eddie Gilbert and Tomohana is probably going to be better than that. But, yeah, we're good to go. As we should be. Yeah, we're good to go. 33 for the opener. It's Jun Akiyama Takeo Mori beating Harlem Heat. As Blue Thunder Bomb for Jun Akiyama. I'm surprised the crowd didn't hate it because Jun Akiyama beat Booker T. I don't really know the philosophy behind that, but we'll take it. 48 for Baba and Mitsuya Momoto against Hideki Ozaka and Satoru Osako, as Hideki Ozaka pinning Giant Baba with the building bomb. Satoru Osako, best guy in the match. And Mitsuya Momoto, Hideki Ozaka, Giant Baba with the 40. 49 for Hector Guerrero and Jinsei Shinzaki. Jalapeno roll and 10-17. Gilbert and Tomoe Honda. Eddie Gilbert with a hot shot 946. 57 for the Blonde Crushers and the Gladiator Titans. That's the Gladiator getting the win with the awesome bomb. In 1948, is it Johnny Ace, best guy in the match. Then Gladiator, the Big Titan, and of course Candido. So 68 for Firecat Hayabusa, British Combat Club, taking on the Malenko Brothers Ultimate Dragon Super Astro. Was Johnny Smith, this Death Valley Bomb for Super Astro. I mean, this would be a fun little match, though. Got the crowd buzzing, at least. So there is that. A lot of good stuff. Malenko, best guy in the match. Ultimate Dragon, second best guy. A lot of guys in the low 60 range. That's good stuff. 82 for Miracle Vines Alliance. Holy Demon Army. So Ogawa pinning Taz in 20 minutes. Yeah, Kawada with an 89. 80 for Taue. And 80 for Gary Albright. 84 for Doc. 68 for Ogawa and the 50 for Taz. And 80 for the main event of Masawa and Kobashi against Hansen and Doug Furness. As Doug Furness losing to Kobashi's Brainbuster. It's a good little match, though. We'll gladly take that main event. Yeah, you very much see the story. Having the Japanese talent beat the invaders, the foreign invaders. The story is there. As, yeah, we're coming up on the end of the tour. There's 2 more tour shows left, and then we have the final show. Alright, another backstage incident. Eddie Guerrero's before Wrestler's Court, accused of not paying attention to our locker room meeting, as the judge, Stan Hansen, found him guilty and sentenced him. I agreed to be here for the locker room. So there we go, Eddie. As, yeah, we'll see where we're going to run this show. So it looks like it's going to be Nakajima Sports Center. We've been avoiding it for as long as we could. Can't avoid it any longer. As, yeah, I mean, this is getting interesting as far as what we can do with this 8-man. I want to see the Miracle Vines Alliance of Holy Demon Army have an 8-man, but I kind of want to see a Masawa Doug Furness one. Because if you do all the Super Generation Army guys, we could even do a 10-man, honestly. Let's fucking do a 10-man. Oh, we can't even do a 10-man. What in the world? Oh, because we have it as default. Hold on. So let's say it's gotta be. Yeah, let's. Oh. Let's add this to default while we're here. You'd think it'd be a lot easier to do this. One would think. There we go. And then we can just go back to this. Perfect. It's a big-ass 10-man. We'll have Misawa, Kobashi Kikuchi, Jun Akiyama, and Takeo Mori on one side. The other side, we got Doug Furnace. We got Dory Funk Jr., Dean Malenko, and I'm trying to think of what young lions we could kind of use to even out that other side. You know, Timon Honda could kind of be fun. See who else we could use for that other side. You know, Masato Tanaka's not a bad idea. We could even use Eddie Guerrero, for being honest. Yeah, let's do that. Weird match. Very weird, but we got it for the most part. We could, honestly, instead of Timon Honda, let's just use Hector Guerrero, so it's kind of makes a little bit more sense. It's a crazy match. Takeo Mori's going to lose, as we're going to have Doug get a win. Great experience, though, for the Young Lions. Great experience, as, let's go with Hayabusa having a singles match. As far as what kind of junior guy we could have him beat, and it makes sense. I was thinking maybe even someone like one of the Fultons, or... yeah, we could go with a lot of different options. Could even go with Eddie Gilbert. That kind of be a really good match. Let's go with that. Hayabusa, Eddie Gilbert going the distance. Hayabusa getting the win. In 20. Should be a pretty good back and forth match. I think that's going to help elevate Hayabusa a lot too. So that should be perfect. We could even had Eddie Gilbert in that 10-man now I'm thinking about it. That still would have been... I think it's fine the way it is there, though. Yeah, it's fine. Let's go with 8-man. Cactus, Terry, Gladiator Titans on this side. Headhunters, Vampiro, Kabuki on the other. We've sure to have done this so far during this tour. We've had to have done this match. Yeah, night 8. And we'll do it this time as far as we'll have the Cactus Jack Gladiator Titans team. And with Terry Funk, as we'll have Cactus beat Kabuki. And it's Johnny Ace. Mess up for cheat. Steal the show match. They haven't had a singles match against each other yet. Till now, as we'll have Johnny Ace get the win. Minutes. As let's have Norman and yeah, let's have Norman Regal, Joel Dean, and Billy Black. So 12 minutes. Norman gets the win. We haven't done this before. That was back in May. 93, that's crazy. It's been this long since we did it again. So I guess we have a Steal the Show match? Oh, that's right, Johnny Ace. Massive Cheetah. And yeah, so now the rest is just undercard stuff. Let's have a Harlem Heat losing affair. As far as, yeah, I mean, Candido's always a good candidate. He'd have to team with someone, though, is the thing there. Could even give it... yeah, let's, I love having the Masato Tanaka Yuji Nagata team. I just love that team so much. We could even do Yuji Nagata and Takayama. I love that team, too. As, well, Yuji Nagata get the win. Of course we are. That pissed him off. That got him upset. As Rukai Jin's now warm on momentum, so that's cool. He can beat Jinsei Shinzaki, I guess. Night 4, we had that. Oh my god. It's crazy how, even with the pop, they're just so bad. He might just do Hosaka and Jinsei and just deal with it, because it doesn't matter. Either way, it's going to be a bad match. So might as well just roll with the punches. And the next one, Tomoe Honda. Actually, let's go tag match. Satoru Osako, Masato Tanaka against the team of Kentaro Shiga and Tomoe Honda. Young Lions matchup. We're really saying fuck the patriarchy. As Satoru Osaka's gonna get the win. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a bad undercard. Hopefully the main event saves it. That's all we can ask for, really. Let's run it. 32 for the opener. Satoru Osako and Masato Tanaka beating Tomoe Honda, Kentaro Shiga. Yeah, I mean, Tomoe Honda's really coming together pretty well. Kentaro Shiga's still got, obviously, a way to go, but as being the newest person in the company as far as from the dojo, makes sense that he'd probably be one of the worst guys. 26, though, for this Harlem Heat, Yoshihiro Takayama, Yuji Nagata, disaster. Takayama was really off his game. Everybody hated that Stevie Ray lost. It was the whole thing. 32 for Hideki Ozaka and Jinsei Shinzaki. So Ozaka with the building bomb in 10:29. 55 for Regal and Norman Smiley against Billy Black and Joel Deaton. And Norman Smiley getting the win with the Norman Conquest in 11:42. Norman Smiley was 60, 55 for Regal and Black, and a 54 for Joel Deaton. 63 for Ace and Fuchi. Johnny Ace getting the win over Masato Fuji with the Ace Crusher in 11:46. 62 for the Terry Funk, Cactus Jack, Gladiator Titans against Great Kabuki, Vampiro, and the Headhunters as Cactus Jack double arm DDT over Great Kabuki. It's a nice win for Cactus there. So 62 for Hayabusa and Eddie Gilbert. That's a nice win for Hayabusa. He almost outperformed Eddie Gilbert. It was close, 65 to 63. Pretty good stuff, though. So Hayabusa getting the win. Falcon Arrow in 20 minutes. So our main event's a 68. We just couldn't get the crowd back. Jesus, yeah, we couldn't get the crowd back. But, as far as having Doug Furnas get the win over Takeo Mori, the Frankensteiner, everybody in this match did pretty well, besides really Takeo Mori with a 43, because even Eddie and Jun Akiyama were in the 50s. It's not bad. Just obviously Kobashi and Masawa were just head and shoulders with really everybody else in that match. But, yeah, we'll take it. It is what it is. we knew that undercard was going to be shit. We just kind of bite the bullet on that one. But now our final tour show, day 15, we'll have Masawa, Hayabusa, Malenko, Furnas. That's a fun main event. And we'll see what the rest of the card's going to look like. We're going to look to try and get away from people that are on that final show just in case somebody gets hurt. But I think it is, it's right now. So we can just get right on to it. It's Johnny Smith leaving PWFG. That's nice to see. We signed an exclusive deal, is why that happened. So we got this pre-booked. It's going to be a time limit draw, going 30 each way. Just feel like that makes sense. Love this match, though. Love it. Can't wait to see how that one plays out. Yeah, then I think we're going to do, as far as Dory Funk and Joe Malenko, we're going to have them face the team of the Fantastics. We'll go with Jackie and Tommy Rogers. Alright, let's go with Jackie and Bobby Fulton. So we'll have Joe get a win. We'll have it be steal the show too. First time meeting. Let's get Firecat on the card. He's just barely below that mark, but he'll beat Haruka Aijin here to help him out a little bit. Brady Boone could use the win. Sure, we've done this before. Only one time. It was 2012 or 1992 rather. Jesus, 2012. Where am I at? As we'll go with the singles. Yeah, we'll split up now. Booker T and Stevie Ray, have them lose. We'll let Jun Akiyama can beat Booker T the first match. So it seems like Booker T didn't care the last time he lost to Jun Akiyama. And then Stevie Ray can lose to Takeo Mori. Thanks for putting the Young Lions out. Put them over on the way out. Way to get that rockin' and rollin'. Alright. So, segment 6 will be... Trying to think. So we're going to do Eddie Gilbert and Satoru Sako on that card. Which, that should be a pretty good match. As far as for Eddie Gilbert to team with someone, it's got to kind of make sense. And maybe have, as far as, yeah, maybe do like Tommy Rogers, Satoru Sako, and then Eddie Gilbert and Masato Tanaka. Let's just say. Like, that makes, somewhat sense. And we'll have Gilbert beat Tommy Rogers. He was gonna complain about it, but he had to change heart after noticing the intimidating side of Masato Tanaka. Hell yeah. Scaring motherfuckers. Love to see it. And it's, yeah, we'll put it after that. We need some, better stuff on, like, the upper mid-card section of the card. So Stan Hansen, he's got nothing as far as what we can do with him. Just kind of looking through the roller decks. We got Johnny Ace, we got Spivey. Yeah, we'll probably do him and Spivey against, yeah, Taz and Terry Gordy aren't doing anything, so always a given with this match. We've done it a handful of times now, as Hansen and Spivey beat them back in October for the All-Asia Tag titles. It was in a successful defense, as we'll have Hansen get the win this time around. As, let's see what we got here. Let's go... we got Los Guerreros, we got Blonde Crushers, and we'll go with Shiga on one side, or even let's go Yuji Nagata on one side, Honda on the other side, or yeah, even Jinsei Shinzaki. Absolute clusterfuck of a card. As, we'll have Hector beat Yuji Nagata. Yeah, looks like we can either go here, Shiba Sun Plaza, or we can go back to the Wakayama Perfectional Gym, which we'll probably be doing. That just makes the most sense. Alright, let's run the show. A 25 to kick it off. Takeo Mori, Stevie Ray, they don't click. Takeo Mori, though, with a 41. Getting the win. The 32 for Jun Akiyama, Booker T. Jun Akiyama getting the win with the wrist clutch, Fisherman Buster. 46 for Firecat and Haruka Aijin. It's Firecat with the super kick in 10:06. 53 for Jinsei Shinzaki with Hector and Eddie Guerrero. Taking on Yuji Nagata, Chris Candido, and Johnny Ace. Yuji Nagata taking the jalapeno roll in 10:04. 55 for Gilbert and Masato Tanaka, who have excellent chemistry. Would not have suspected that at all. as Tommy Rogers and Satoru Saka taking the fall as Gilbert pinning Rogers the Hot Shot. It's a good little match. 60 for Dory Funk Jr. and Joe Malenko against the Fantastics. It's Joe Malenko getting the win with Texas Clover Leaf. Bobby Fulton was the best guy in this match. Did not see that one coming. 69 for Hanson and Spivey against Taz and Terry Gordy. Stan Hansen tapping out Taz with a Brazo Valley backbreaker. Stan Hansen 83, though. Good stuff. And 80 for the 30-minute time limit draw between the challengers and champions of the heavyweight and junior heavyweight title. Well, I guess the Triple Crown title and the junior heavyweight title in this case is Doug Furnas and Dean Malenko go 30 minutes with Hayabusa and Mitsuha Misawa. In a very good match, though. That was a lot of fun to see as, Dean Malenko was second best guy in the match. It's better than the actual heavyweight challenger. As I was about to say, I thought we didn't have 8, but no, we had 8. There we go. Alright. We are done with the tour, and now on to the final show. You can see Doug Furnas, Mitsuha Misawa, Miracle Violence Alliance, Holy Demon Army, Hayabusa, Dean Malenko, Cactus Jack and Terry Funk against the Headhunters, and so much more, as we'll catch you guys there. Alrighty, as for the New Year Giants series, what an opportunity, for Doug Furnas. Again, you can't really stress that enough. I just, anytime I see Jumbo Tsuruta's name now, anytime I see him over here, I just get sick to my stomach. I can't believe it. Does Cactus Jack, though, brighten the backstage air simply by being so cheerful and fun to be around. God bless Mick Foley. We need 1,000 Mick Foleys. As this is going to be a great card, though. I really do have a lot of faith in it. As it'll be a sellout in the Tokyo Dome, so that's nice. But man, man, I'll forever. This episode will just be the Jumbo Tsuruta episode, as Misawa getting the win over Doug Furnas in 28 minutes. That'll be defense number 8. I want to say, yeah. Close to 500 days. My God, what a run. And he's been tremendous pretty much the whole time. In the Miracle Violence Alliance Holy Demon Army matchup, as the Holy Demon Army will be retaining, that will be their second defense, I want to say. Yep. But they beat the former champions, now challengers, as they've had the belt for now 85 days. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. Damn, that's what we get for... I figured it'd be different because it was not straight-up tag team matches, but... Alright. As I guess it has been a good bit. It's been almost once every month. I guess that is true. I guess that is a lot. I don't really think about it like that, but yeah. No, it's fine, though. I think it still deserves to be where it's at. As, then we have Hayabusa, Dean Malenko. We got a new junior heavyweight champion. Hayabusa beating Dean Malenko. What a huge win. For that, man, I think that's the perfect guy. Helps elevate somebody. Dean Malenko's been tremendous. He could have held the belt for 1,000 days, but, having the belt for 217, it was a good click. He held it for half the year of 93, and then, for basically the entire month of January. Had 5 defenses. Great run, with the belt, but it's definitely time for somebody else to have the belt, and Hayabusa's been tremendous, and it's going to help elevate him, too, by doing that, so that's great. And then Cactus Jack, Terry Funk, Headhunters are going to retain. They've had a fun reign, though, so far, I think, Headhunters, even though it's been pretty, it just started for them, relatively started for them. This will be their second defense. It's going to be a good match, though, I think, because their first encounter was a 70. That was at the Tag League Night 13 show, so... Should be about that same level, maybe even better because that was probably a tour show and not a regular show. Then we have, this is where I kind of get a little, I think it's the Fuchi Ogawa match, yeah, against the Blonde Crushers. So Ogawa and Fuchi will be getting the win, beating the Blonde Crushers. Ogawa's going to beat Candido there. Then we have Ultimo and Super Astro against the British Combat Club, which is going to be set for Steel Show, and Ultimo Dragon's going to get the win for Ultimo Dragon Super Astro. They're going to beat the British Combat Club. And they're going to Eddie Gilbert and Satoru Saka, which we're going to have Eddie Gilbert lose. This is a great win for Satoru Saka, but this is a great opportunity for Eddie Gilbert to put somebody over. Kabuki, Vampiro, Dory Funk Jr., and Joe Malenko. We had Kabuki beating Dory Funk Jr. I think we're going to keep that. 20 minutes, though, is a long time for that match. So I think we're going to bump that down to about 16. So we got that. The card set. Pre-show wise. See who's nice. So the Guerreros aren't booked. I think that's about it. As far as guys, well, Stan's not booked either. Stan or Spivey. We should probably book them in some. We'll have them actually. We're gonna have them squash Harlem Heat on the way out. Harlem Heat's last night. You get beaten up for your troubles. As Spivey's gonna win, we're gonna have him dominate and all that fun jazz. Tough break for Harlem Heat. You'd think they pissed us off or something, but it's just kind of the way. This is the pressures of doing business with someone. Kobashi's not on the card either. Oh no, yeah, he's not on the card either. So maybe let's just do Kobashi dating around for the fuck of it. I think we did this before, yeah. No, we haven't. What a match! As Kobashi's gonna get the win, obviously. Probably giving them a little too much time. 12 minutes is fine. Just because of who Eddie turns into doesn't mean we don't have to have it be a crazy little match. But we're also gonna have, as far as afterwards, as this is supposed to be a pre-show match. So they're trying to bump it down. As that's right, post-show. As Masawa's celebrating post-show. Masawa. He's gonna get challenged by his former partner and stablemate, Doshak Kawada. Kawada's just like, listen, I've waited a year. Still no title shot. We went the distance at the Champion Carnival for this year's Champion Carnival. I'm gonna beat you for that for the Triple Crown title. And I'm going into that Champion Carnival as the Triple Crown champion. I'm not holding that belt any longer. 500 days. It's not gonna happen. I'm beating you for it, and that's some strong words. Sal accepts. And that's our main event for the Excite series. Kawada, Masawa, 2. Well, actually, trying to think of how many times they'd actually have a match at that point. So yeah, I think 3 Young Lion match. Well, Kawada was a Young Lion before it, and Masawa was still the guy. I want to say I think it's been just it probably has just been the 4 matches then, because it was the 3 Young Lion matches and then the title match. So that's another huge title. Well, actually, it'd be the 6th time. That's neither here nor there. As let's run the show now. We got it rocking and rolling. So 79, as Eddie and Kobashi don't click. That's a shame. As Kobashi gets a win with the Orange Crush in 11:54. 63 for Hanson Spivey against Harlem Heat, as Harlem Heat gets squashed. So 60 for Kabuki Vampiro against Dory Funk Jr. and Joe Malenko. As Kabuki with a thrust kick over Dory Funk Jr. It's crazy. Dory and Joe are really coming down, because Joe almost got outperformed by Vampiro. 65 for Eddie Gilbert and Satoru Asako. They have good chemistry. And Satoru Asako getting the win there. The Super Driver Asako in 1830. Great win there. Way to put him over, Eddie Gilbert. Way to be a savage. A 79 for Ultimo Dragon and Super Astro against Norman Smiley and Steven Regal. 2 teams with excellent chemistry. Just having a grand old time there. It's a Dragon Sleeper for Ultimo Dragon in 1421. It's an 80 for Fuchi and Ogawa against the Blonde Crushers. Ogawa getting the win. It's an 80 for Fuchi, 73 for Ogawa, 65 for Johnny Ace, and 60 for Candido. 84 for Terry Funk and Cactus Jack against the Headhunters as their 3rd defense of the All Asia Tag Team titles. I think I said it was their 2nd, so I was off by 1. That's right, they had 1 at the Tag League Finals. As Headhunter A getting the win over Cactus Jack with diving leg drop. Terry Funk though with an 89. Shout out the Funker, killing it. 88 for Dean Malenko and Hayabusa. Way to put over Hayabusa, though, Dean Malenko. Way to be a savage about it, as... Yeah, I mean, Dean Malenko was in the 90 range. Hayabusa with a 72. That's just great stuff. That's a great match, though, 88. So, 99. Who cares if this match has happened, multiple times? And who cares that they don't sell? So, 99, nonetheless, is Kawada pinning Gary Albright after the powerbomb. No Dao Otashi. combination and 30-21. Yeah, I mean, this is just, you got two great teams battling it out. Good luck topping that, Masao and Doug Furness. They tried, though. 92 was a valiant effort, but they weren't going to do it. As that's the 8th defense for Mitsuha Masawa. He gets to win the Tiger Driver in 27-42. Great win there. And then afterwards, Kawada comes out, saying he's going to put a stop to this reign. He's going to be the one to do it. He was the one. He was his first defense, and it's going to be the last time that he's going to beat Kawada and Masawa. This is going to be the last. That was the last time he's walking out with a win. He guarantees it. He's getting that belt. He's getting the Triple Crown. What a show, though. I mean, obviously, what can you do? When the co-main event's got a 99, that's a tough thing to top. And, I'm proud of the show, though. Sure, the opener kind of stunk. Probably should have just had Kobashi and Eddie open up the show. As, that is some good stuff there. As we'll see, let's put over Hayabusa. Let's put over, let's Eddie Gilbert. He did really well. And, let's see, Terry Funk. Terry Funk did well, too. So thank you all for watching. As we'll catch you guys next time for the Excite Series tour. Take care, everyone.